Now, fam, I tried to wait until the weekend. I couldn't stand it. I had to come on in and check you out. Earl Mitchell? I knew Earl was probably leaving. You probably did too, but I didn't know he was going to be the first guy. They didn't even wait till the Super Bowl to tell Earl, thanks, man. And you see Earl's face now. For what, coach? Earl, we're giving you your freedom today. You're a free agent. I always wonder how they do these things. I've really never watched Hard Knocks. I watched it a couple of times, but it kind of bothered me when they had the kind of big spotlight on a guy. They got him sitting down there and getting ready to tell him he's not going to make the team. I said, oh, man, I want to watch this. That's so. I mean, I don't mind the things that going out of the field, some crazy, but just sit down and tell a guy's leaving. The guy was all hurt and everything. I said, oh, man, that's cold. Anyway, Earl Mitchell is being released. As I mentioned, it's not a surprise, as most of us forecasted that happening a while back. DJ Jones had no business being made to sit as long as he did anyway. Mitchell, of course, I always said, Earl Mitchell looks good in preseason. And, well, actually, the preseason drills on our team. Remember last year, Earl Mitchell could not be condemned. I mean, I remember who was that? Every center we had. And Earl Mitchell he was unblockable, right? So I said, ooh, what we got here, Earl got contained by I'm trying to think of a guy that didn't beat up Earl Mitchell, man. It was bad. So I said, forget it. Anyway, Mitchell, of course, had to play, though, because he's being paid that salary, so he has to work. He's 31 now. He had a cap hit of $4.36 million in 2019, $4.45 million coming up in 2020. With the $7.3 million in salary and bonuses due over the next 2 seasons, right? So the 49ers are going to save us a little money on this. And who knows who they could sign. DJ, of course, is still on a rookie contract. 49ers originally signed Mitchell to a 4-year deal back last year in February. Now, with the 49ers struggling on defense, with Earl being part of the problem more than anything else. Last year I thought Daniel Kilgore, right? Kilgore, man, was just every time Earl exploded. I said, damn. See, but anyway, Earl's part of the problem. He had little to no impact most of the time. But if you let John Lynch said Earl does a lot of dirty work out there that people have no idea what's going on. And we like what we see from Earl Mitchell. John's always said nice things about people. Have you ever heard John say anything bad about any of our players so far? Not really, right? I don't think it's ever going to happen, too. What it came down to is just Earl had to sit down, and they told him it was nothing against him, but the team needed to see what DJ could do. Jones had 13. DJ had 13. Somebody asked about this, too. Jones had 13 combined tackles during the 49ers' final 4 games of the season, while Mitchell was inactive for the final 2 games. So the next chapter begins, fam. As far as that goes, Ian Williams fully endorses DJ Jones. Somebody else mentioned here, Contavia Street. And, of course, we have our new guy, Taylor, Julian Taylor. Julian Taylor, he seemed to get a little overwhelmed a few times. But this is part of being – well, DJ never did, though. DJ never has been overwhelmed. Last year when DJ was tough. I never could understand why every game you saw DJ Jones standing behind or near Kyle in his street clothes. I said, you ain't even let him come in for a couple of plays, Kyle? And, of course, Sheldon Day was taking up a lot of time, too. So DJ Jones could be the guy going forward. As I say, Ian Williams heavily endorses him, and Ian Williams hits upon something that's interesting. Ian says there's no need to be concerned with Quinnen Williams, Alabama, DeMille's favorite player. Most mock drafts are saying that the 49ers don't trade down. Quinnen is the best option. Now, that's provided, of course, that Bosa is going to set up housekeeping in Arizona. Otherwise, the Niners' best option by NFL folks is to trade down, while I like Josh Allen. I still am worried that he's like not a lot of technique, but that maybe that's all right. Maybe he's still going to be able to get to the quarterback. I still worry that, in the NFL, you do need some technique. Them big offensive linemen will handle your little fast ass. But you know what, though? They might be able to deal that kind of quickly, though. If you got the talent, they'll probably figure that one out. I want to thank Third Shift Killer 79. Big shout out to you, fam. He sent me a clip of Montez Sweat. Montez wiped out this offensive lineman down in Mobile. He said, "What? Run that back." Oh! I don't believe it. Oh! Montez Sweat. He may have some dog in him. We'll see. They're going to get a look at him. But he looked awfully grisly today. Maybe the offensive lineman he was knocking on his butt wasn't all that. But still, it does make you wonder how much talent is really in this draft, as far as coming off the edge. Jimmy G is doing fine. Jimmy. That dude is up ahead of his schedule. It sounds like he's John Lynch is like grinning from ear to ear, talking to Ian Rappaport about Jimmy's condition. It's like, I tell you, he's doing all right. And, he says there's hope that Jimmy will indeed be ready to roll for OTAs, as well as Jerick McKinnon, who nobody's really talking about Jerick, are they? Jerick's doing fine. He's said to be further along in his rehab than Jimmy G is, who's working hard to catch him as he tries. Jerick is trying to hold him up, man. No, man, my knee is better than yours, man. And Jimmy can just look at him and says, "Yeah, but Jerick, your knee better be better than mine because I'm a quarterback. Man, they got all kind of working lined up for your ass." So I'd be riveted all day, man. But they're making it fun for each other to keep on going. And our new coach, Coach Kasurik, has already been given the first task as the team's new defensive line coach. He does not have to go to Bama, but he does have to check out Solomon T and find out what in the hell is the problem. Over the next few weeks, Kasurik will be doing a deep dive on Thomas's film. And the job is simple. It was given without any preconceived notions. It will be up to Kasurik to study Solomon T and provide an impartial opinion about where our first-round pick of last year that me and you, we didn't really appreciate, did we? But that was then. I love me some Solomon T now, I still want to apologize for my overreaction that night. I was mad as hell. Hey, but what do you think is going to become of that diagnosis? Are they going to say the same thing we've already been saying? We've already said, stop trying to put him on the edge. He's an inside interior. Stop it. I have a feeling, and I just said, man, hey, Ronbo, that's because your boy Robert Salek. See, okay, because I know you're going to say that. We may have had not a better athlete to put out there is why they tried to force that issue. Okay. What do you think is going to be the diagnosis on that anyway? Finally, we need to talk about the Kyle Shanahan response to Antonio Brown as they went all the way down to Mobile to get Kyle Shanahan and ask him, "Hey, Kyle, hey, what are you guys going to do, man? Y'all going after Antonio Brown?" Kyle kicked back, quietly said, "I'm not allowed to talk about someone who's under contract." Oh, Kyle, come on, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm not allowed. I love it. Fam, do you know what kind of fun this offseason is going to be? It's going to be one of the longest, hottest summers we've ever had. I'm telling you right now, I can't wait till spring gets over here. When they start lying, especially just before the draft night, because we're going to see something crazy happen. Maybe Kasurik comes back and tells Coach Shanahan, "Listen, you guys want my unbiased opinion? You got him. You shouldn't have picked him up in the first round." What? He's a good football player, but he's certainly not a number 3 overall pick. Now, within time, I'm not sure. I'm not going to tell you how long it's going to take in time. I can get some. There's some things he does that it would take a little while to correct. He needs to build up his strength a little bit more. He gets handled too easy by offensive linemen. His judgment sometimes is questionable. But we can work with him if you want to hold on to him. I'm just saying he's going to be a work in progress. No, he's not, because he's going to the Eagles. I can already see it. Don't you wish you could be a fly on the wall and be sitting in an NFL office with guys like Lynch and Shanahan? And you know how, because you know when we're talking as dudes to dudes, we say anything, right, about somebody because he ain't here. So I'd really love to see what do they say about Solomon T. So anyway, fam. Hey, let me get over here though. What we got? We got. Is that Mr. Carlos Shady or Mr. Carlos Haiti? Earl Mitchell, thanks for support and experience you've shown to our younger teammates. We wish you well. Hey, by the way, Earl was, I understand, DJ Jones has a lot of respect for Earl. He said he learned how to be a professional from watching Earl Mitchell. So, I don't have any problem with Earl Mitchell as I just thought he was a little, he's been around the league for 9 years. So maybe he slowed down a little bit because when he was with Texans, he was pretty good. Carlos Pimentel, he says, I'm ready to see what DJ Jones can do. William Roberts says, I want to see Contavious Street and Julian Taylor get more playing time and contribute with some nasty, even though Street didn't play this season. Everybody wants to see the man who can squat 800 pounds. Oh, hell. That means the dude basically has a lot of, he's a powerful man. Hitworks TV, how quickly we all forget that the NFL put us in the Super Bowl the year before we opened our new stadium. Then dumped us back to reality as soon as it was open. Please mention on the show tonight that the NFL has done that for the past 10 years to all the new stadiums. The year before the new stadium opens, all those teams were in contention. Excuse me. That 49er team was built to kill. I mean, you talk about, no. And last time I checked, the refs didn't do a damn thing for us. Can anybody go back in time and remember when the refs actually tried? Wouldn't the stadium be on wheel when Kyle Williams was out there screwing up? How did we get no hit? I'm sorry. No. Listen, in fact, anytime in the last 6-7 years, when's the last time the refs fixed us up? It works. No. Go back and do your research. You can find a situation where you thought the refs was helping us out. You let me know, okay? Boy, that's as wrong as two left cleats. Hall of Fame coach says definitely not for Williams. They want to pay some free agent edge rushers. Wow, that's right. Free agent edge rushers and likely free safety too. And I think we signed two. We drafted an inside linebacker with our first pick and a rookie edge with our second pick. Yeah, that makes more sense, Coach. Hey, well, he does. Because if you've already got DJ Jones in play, why do that, right? Salvador Bremisca has a street. She's going to be a presence next to Big D for. Boy, I hope so, man. Because you're right, they've already invested in how many players, And they might pick up another big guy in the draft. It doesn't have to be necessarily Quinnen Williams. Eric Smith says, hey, fam, I've already hit that. Thanks, Eric. And Coach also says Devin White is very good, but a bit too muscular for our defense. He's a better plugger, pure middle linebacker, but not as good as a fit for our scheme as Wilson is, who runs better sideline to sideline, which we need. Wilson. Coach, that's a running back. Wilson, you're not talking about Jeff. Are you talking about Elijah Lee? Or somebody else in the draft that I'm not sure about. Anyway, Deshaun Page says, hey, that means more time for Julian T to wreak havoc. Yeah, because we got some guys, man. I want to see Julian Taylor again next year, too. Fellows, ain't seen you about Fellows. How you doing? Nine up. What's up, mi familia? I'm Robunski. I missed you guys. Hey, wait, Fellows, we didn't forget you. We knew you'd be back sometime. You're probably busy. And Green Lantern says, not taking Williams. Buck, Day, and Jones are more than capable. Plus, we have Taylor and Street to plug in with Solomon. Blair needs more reps. Coming off the edge, too. I agree, Green Lantern. Samuel Hollable, I hope hope they rest guys that we have and can get some pressure on that quarterback. Oh, don't get me started. I mean, well, yeah, dude, we'll get started later. Manning, he says, let's be honest. Seriously speaking, how many total of players do we need for this team to be a playoff team? Hey, Manny, it's not about how many players. It's the quality of the players. We got to get some guys in there that can kick some ass. Uh, Mi hermanito, Razor. Watch for the car. I knew he'd be driving up sometimes because he told me to advance. And Freddie said, "Oh hell, Freddie! Hey, Razor, what's up, Mary?"
So I got an answer to your question.
All right, because I got a lot of them tonight. Go ahead.
To your question, when had the refs helped us out?
Ooh, yeah.
I got one. It was the championship game versus the Falcons. Um,
When when uh, when we returned that punt, when Bo returned that kick or that interception.
no, in the championship game.
I
Um,
thought, oh no, that was just to get into the okay.
yeah,
Yeah, that
no,
was just to
the
get into
game,
the playoffs. Yeah,
no
go
game,
ahead.
no game, the game we're talking about is last game at the stick.
I know, right? I'll never forget. But go ahead.
Yeah, so it was the Falcons were driving, and it was um, like fourth down. Roddy White goes up in the middle. Bowman hits him before he gets the ball,
Uh
and
oh.
we win the game. But that could have been a penalty, but they didn't call it on us. And I was waiting for that the flag to get thrown because Bowman hit him a little early.
Mm.
It was fourth down in Atlanta, so I was really surprised that they didn't call it. But I guess I guess it backfired on us,
Yeah,
and they didn't call it on us in the Super Bowl with Jimmy Smith playing Crabtree.
I know, right? Yeah, that's how they go about getting even, And it's a year before, so you know what? I'm going to pay close attention to this because that was brought up. Now, if next year, when are the Rams supposed to be moving into that new facility anyway?
I think another year.
So if they're not in, if they're well, you know what? They're not going to be in next season. I don't. They're not going to start the 2020 or 2019 season in that dome, are they? Or that
No,
stadium?
I think it's 2021, and then the Super.
Oh, so we got 2 more years. The Rams getting preferential treatment.
I mean, I think it's 2020, but the Super Bowl I believe is the year after in LA.
Yeah. So we ain't seen nothing yet, according to Hit Network. We've because if they got to butter it up a year before, because like you say, we got buttered up the year before, but not the year. We'll see. Because I tell you, man, and one thing we could not brag about is the many calls. And I seen the Rams get at least 3 calls last year and one last year. Razor, you and I both know Trent Taylor didn't get no PI on that play. They set that up because they knew Robbie Gould would punch that field goal in. And so they got to build that. They got to build that fan base. And another thing, we don't have to build a fan base. I mean, when the 49ers are getting ready to move into the new facility,
Yeah.
I mean, we already had a fan base from way back. Our guys didn't just come back from St. Louis. God, it's annoying. Hey, Reza, what's your opinion about now? Kyle's down in Mobile saying, I'm not allowed to talk to players under contract, guys. I'm not. Well, I don't even know how he asked me. Are the 49ers, are they getting ready to deal with the Steelers? Because we're still favored to pick him up.
Well, we can be favored all we want, but I think with AB losing his relationship with the owner and the players and the coach,
Yeah.
why are they going to trade him where he wants to go? They're going to do the complete opposite. So I think all this hype, all this media talk, all
Mm-hmm.
our players,
Yep.
all of our players reaching out,
You're right.
all AB's posts with Jerry
Yep.
Rice, it's going to
It's all
backfire
a
on him because,
joke. Mm.
well, I mean, he might want to come here, but they're going to be like, why are we sending him to Niners if he wants to go there? I mean, he quit on us last game or whatever happened over there. So they're gonna do the complete opposite and send him to Oakland or something.
You're right. They're pissed. The Steelers organization's got to be really pissed. But you know what I wonder, Razor? Why is it that some of the best players in the game who've played with the Steelers, why is everybody leaving pissed? Somebody else said last week he was checking out too. I forgot who that was. Another Steeler is leaving or not renewing his contract or something. I said, what the hell's going on in Pittsburgh? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You heard there's one more good player too. He's leaving, or a coach or somebody.
I
So
haven't heard anything. I know just Le'Veon Bell. That's about it.
now that man's big, but there's one more guy, and I read about it. I didn't take it real seriously, but I said, there was some problems in Pittsburgh. But you know what? You bring that element, and Antonio, whether it's on him or not, he's part of a real nasty situation. So, you got D'Antonio sitting there in the office in Santa Clara. What are you guys talking about? Antonio, uh, we've got a real tight knit unit here, and we're probably a little young for any controversies in that locker room. Are you prepared to go ahead and come in and set an example? Because what we can't have is any rocks in the water. How do you bring that up to a player? And I'm sure he's going to come in his first year. There's going to be no problem with Antonio anyway, because he's going to come in. He's got to set an example. So, I mean, what do you think on that? Because that one really makes me laugh.
If he comes over here,
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll be fine. I mean, I know him. Everybody bumps head with Tomlin. Like
Yeah, I know.
some reason Tomlin players don't get along, and I think him and Kyle will have a good relationship. Because Tomlin's more of a defensive guy, and Kyle's an offensive guy. So
Oh, good
him and
point.
Kyle, him and Kyle will be buddy buddy, and
Good point.
yeah. So
And
I'm
also, and go ahead.
yeah, that's about it. I think
No, it's also can Kasurek, can he fix him? Can he repair him? Can he make him bigger, faster, stronger? Can Solomon T become a force in the NFL after Kasurek gets through working him over? I know we both got a laugh. I don't know. I can't wait to see what happens out of this. And it may be Solomon Thomas. It may be his time, Razor. Maybe he was getting ready to blossom in the third year, whether Chris Kasura came over or not.
I wonder if like how some people give up on first round picks and they'll be like, I'll trade him for what I can get. I
Yeah,
wonder if that's gone. I mean, that's been talked about in their
that's what I was
rooms.
saying.
Like,
What do they talk about when the media and nobody's watching? It's not going to go down on the record. What are they really saying? Because Razor, if you own a franchise in the NFL and the 49ers call you up, Razor, we got a player here with a lot of potential that we're thinking we're going to move away from not because of what he does on the field, but because we've got some other players that we think better fit our scheme. Oh, come on, John, man, don't bullshit me. But what do you want? I can already see. Wouldn't that be your first reaction? If I'm trying to give you Solomon Thomas,
yeah,
yeah. See, so
I don't
we'll
know
see. I guess. But what do you think?
if we get rid of him.
I mean, what do you think they're going to do? Chris Kasur's going to come back with his diagnosis of Solomon Thomas and where he should play. Uh, I can't imagine what he's going to say after he looks at Thomas's film.
I think this is his make or break year. I think they're getting one more year to see what they can do. I mean, what can they get out of him? I mean, because you see Aaron Donald, they're about same size, and Donald's a little bit like I think an inch shorter than Solomon.
Ooh,
And
he's that
he,
small.
yeah, Donald is smaller than Thomas, but Donald's more built than
Three
Thomas. Kind
times
of
stronger. Wow. I think there's a speed too. There's
no
Aaron.
strength. I mean, Solomon's strong, but it's the speed and the awareness, like um and technique. Donald has very good technique. You see how he swim
Extremely.
moves all his guards, and
Oh,
he beats
poetry
double
in
and triple
motion.
team. Yeah,
Oh, man. Whew. All right, Razor. Good stuff as usual, man. I'll see you. Actually, I'll see you Friday. Maybe right back because I'm thinking about doing see about the games Saturday. Or see Kyle out there coaching the South. We'll see about that though. All right, Razor. Talk to you later,
all right.
fam. Yeah.
When you can check out your Twitter messages. I sent you a video of Ram fans not being real Ram fans. It's hilarious.
Oh, I gotta post that up. All right, today. Thanks,
Yeah, check it
Razor.
out when you can.
I will. It's soon, in just a little bit, actually. I love stuff like that. All right, Richard.
All right, let me know.
I'll respond immediately. All right.
Oh, man.
My man, Razor. Hey, and hey, PJV, right? You probably saw the same one. Saw a video of Montez Sweat attack the bags, and he didn't look that explosive. It looked stiff and attacks tall. Ah, pad level. You know, he may have hit a stiff. That offensive lineman, he just ran over like he wasn't even there. Not good. Brick Hillman says free agents and vets for the D line, draft for the offensive line and secondary. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And Jim Thurlkill says, "What is up, my brothers?" And Donna Bell of the 49 Empire. Hey Jim, Aries Niners. Woohoo! DJ Jones is up next. Bye, Earl. That's cold. Big show. Big show. I just want to say one thing before I go to the phone next. You know, remember how we was talking about offense, defense? You see what happened. They fired the DC over in Kansas City because they know if you don't have a defense, you can get all the offense out there. And who has more offense than the Kansas City Chiefs? Nobody! And they got that butt whooped. So you know we gotta work on that defense, man. Ayu Louis says, "What up?" Ayu Louis says, "What up?" Elias Fernandez, what's up? Niner Gang 999. We might trade with Denver since John Lynch and Elway are buddies. I wonder what we'd be trading. I always wonder about that guy. Millionaires and billionaires, 49er Gang for life. Manny Jimenez. This is Rumble Niners Empire waiting to give us our blessing. Oh, I Salamomani, I Nicoli, all you. I can't even, you know that joke, right? As the Pope is always speaking. I better not do that. It's really PC uncorrect. Uh-oh, wait a minute. It's the icon, the showstopper, Mr. San Francisco. I always do three. Which way? The icon, Mr. San Francisco.
Well,
The icon.
the showstopper,
Yeah.
the icon,
Yeah.
the showstopper,
Mr.
the
San
main
Francisco.
event.
The main event is what I always get.
Francisco
You know, from now on, I start with the main event, and the main event has arrived. There it is, and I get the rest.
Yeah.
HBK. The menu was loaded tonight, man. We just got DJ Jones. Is he coming in to take over? Is it real? And then, of course, you got Antonio with Kyle down there in Mobile saying, "Y'all follow me down here to ask me this? Get out of my face." And,
Yeah,
and then you got Solomon T. And go ahead.
No, I'm saying it's like because I think they'll look, the league will probably look at it as champion or something. And like the last time we even talked about a player or even talked to a player was like Lance Briggs, and the commissioner kind of slammed us, threw us to grease on that one and took away a draft pick or two and stuff for talking to Lance Briggs, and they considered it like champion, I guess. So we're not trying to go that route. And also, it's like while he was on the phone, talking, to other callers and stuff, I've been sitting here thinking, I'm like, the only other times the referees kind of threw us a bone in a way and stuff, was you remember that game against New York where we came back from I think a 3-score deficit, and Trey Junkin and the holder threw the ball. And one of our guys reached up and grabbed the giant, the eligible receiver for New York, and the referee didn't call it. So I think we got away with that one.
Hey, wait a minute. Which year was that? I'm trying. It's got to correspond when the new stadium was being built.
No. I mean, it's like I was thinking in terms of like back in 2001.
I know
2002, somewhere around there.
See,
it's like basically this is when the Falcons went to the Super Bowl the first time played Denver.
Yeah, but see, that's what I mean. You got to go back. That's 2001. Okay. You got to go back and you got to really try to remember the plays we're seeing that are screwed up now. Do you know how many years from now they're going to be talking about this particular playoffs, and they'll never forget it in New Orleans. In fact, they're lodging a lawsuit in New Orleans against the NFL behind one of the worst calls of all time.
Well, gee, I
Yeah.
mean, it's like, I mean, if they want to go that route or something, then hey, I mean, hell, why don't we go and sue Baltimore, for Jerome Boger? I mean, it's like, hey, because like, I mean, even though this is like what Super Bowl 53 coming up, and that's been like what 6 years ago, I'm still bitter about that, Ronbo. I will never let that go.
No,
Never.
that was ring number 6, HBK. Of course you won't.
Mhm.
That was outrageous.
Oh, and by the way, we were undefeated up until that point, Ronbo. Oh, yeah, that too. We were undefeated in the Super Bowl. But anyway, that's another subject for another time.
Yeah.
I would say go after, like, as far as free agents and stuff, man, D Ford and Trey Flowers, and then Earl Thomas.
HBK, are
And
you
I
washing?
think there's like,
HBK, wait, hold on. Are you washing dishes?
What?
Are you washing dishes?
well, yeah, actually I'm at work, and so that's why you hear like this is clanging a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, because you
Yeah,
can't move to a
yeah.
quieter spot. But anyway, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
If you
I
can.
was thinking it's like, I was like, thinking like, we can go after, say, Trey Flowers, D Ford, or somewhere where we can like address our needs in free agency, and then draft and stuff. We can pursue other stuff. I mean, it's like, basically, I want to hear your thoughts about that, Ronbo.
No, I always agree, and we talked about this in long detail weeks ago. We'd rather have a proven guy. You don't want somebody coming off the edge hoping he can get it done. Because every time I think about Corey Lemonnier, I get sick. Because Corey Lemonnier came in, we just thought he was going to come in and just kick some ass. Couldn't get rid of Corey Lemonnier for 3 years, right? And that's why I'm saying, got to be careful with the edge. That's a very important spot. If he comes in and fails, we're back at square one and struggling to defend. So
I mean, it's like, you're talking in terms of a draft, right? Like unproven rookie, right?
Yeah, I'm saying if we could just get somebody out of free agency that you know. And it's really hard to get a guy coming off the edge that's really good because those guys, that's the most premium property in the NFL almost next to quarterbacks. So a good one in free agency is going to be really hard to get. So it's a scary thing.
Okay. I mean, kind of like us trying to fire Von Miller away from Denver.
Oh.
Kind of like that.
What are the chances, And even over in Texas, you got two guys in Texas. You got Jadeveon Clowney and you got DeMarcus Lawrence. And then you got this guy over here in Seattle. These guys are all, they do a good job at what they do. So if I'm an owner of this, I'm not letting that go. What does he want? Pay him. God, or else I'll be
but I mean,
else.
but like, but out of all the free agent, pass rushers, some are not going to get paid. So,
hopefully.
we can just sit here and buy our time because not all those free agents are going to be signed back to the original team or the team that they're currently on. So I think that, we can sit there and buy our time and then just kind of like, survey the scene and then, swoop in and make our move, target our players, make the sales pitch to them, and go from there.
Well,
I mean, because
that's why
it's like,
anyway.
because if we can address that in free agency, I think come draft day, and so it's gonna be a hell of a lot easier to do what we got to do to, make our team better to make that playoff push next season, man.
Damn right. At any rate, if you're pulling guys out of the draft, which is always a shot in the dark, if he does well, then you tell the guy that you just signed for multi-million dollars that, listen, we're going to go another direction next year. We've actually paid you your guaranteed money and everything. So we're going to go ahead and bow out of this contract right now and wish you the best of luck. HBK, could you imagine having that job and telling the guy he's got to go?
Yeah. Yeah, that's like looking down a barrel of a double barrel shotgun or something. Like, oh yeah, by the way, it's you got to go. Like, and I don't think that might go over too well with whoever you get ready to axe.
Especially if it's a 300-pound lineman, and he ain't he's not a very nice person to begin with.
Yeah, it's like I think you might want to have Bill Goldberg and Brock Lesnar as double security, and kind of like get like and kind of like get Dave Bautista and Roman Reigns since he was a 49er fan anyway. It's kind of like added back up, added muscle to go along with it.
Have him stand there with the shirt off. Hey, HBK, we gotta go, fam. I'll
right,
see
bro.
you Friday, okay?
Indeed.
All right.
Indeed. HBK and the Click, we're out, bro.
Hey, there it is, and it's HBK and a click as well, the main event. Good night, HBK.
See you Friday, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Blaze Pyrex, thanks, fam. And I saw you. I seen a note there from you a little while ago too. Rod Manhammer, what's up, Rod? Thug 8200, what's up? Jamie Square, yeah. And let's see, Kristen Micah Blankenship. All right, hearing good things on Sweat. If Bosa's gone, I'm for trading down, getting extra picks, and picking up Sweat. I do wonder who's going to be in the second round as far as these guys, because they're not all going to get picked up in the first round. Carlos Carrillo says, hey, what's up, Carlos? Green Lantern says, I like Sheldon Day. He could beat out Jones. They are both young with untapped potential. And the thing is, the 49ers realize you can use Green and Day. Sheldon Day and DJ Jones. And Earl was really unnecessary, right? Fam, I got another question too, because Kiki Warren says, what up, not faithful? Hello, holla, and all of that. Anybody watched Film on Ed Oliver? I did. Ed Oliver. These guys, and you can put him right next to DeForest Buckner. And that'd be interesting too. Civic Sport ejected FP6. Yeah. Big Boss Man, 49ers. What's up, fam? Satch Montgomery, Satch. And RK Belmont. Only reason I saw Mitchell decent is because he replaced Purcell, who was an abomination. What happened to Mike? Mike's out of the league, isn't he? And really, I love having the big Polynesians anywhere in the middle of the line because there's some strong boys, man. Casual viewer says Williams should be our pick. Q Williams, that is. Harvey Wiggins, he says, what a fair. What's up, Harvey? Perry Howard, I heard that Jared McKinnon is okay because Jimmy G has been throwing him the ball. It's okay until they start having to run sideways and all that stuff. Jock.
Ronbo, what's good?
Jock, man, it's everything is looking like you can start guessing now. You can see little things, little hints being dropped here and there, and little suggestions here and there. And it's all exciting stuff. And you know about it. They went down to Mobile. And Kyle, what's up with Antonio Brown? Kyle said, excuse me, but I am not allowed to talk about players under a contract.
Listen, man, I was laughing, but I was listening to the NFL, and they were saying Kyle was cursing like a fella.
It was bad. And they kept the camera on him for like 25 seconds or so.
They say they had to keep stopping them. He was cursing them little jitterbugs.
Oh. Kyle dropped 3 F-bombs within about 4 or 5 seconds. Hey, the players loved it, I heard.
Oh man, I'm like, God damn, he did it to me with like that with a squad. You know what I'm saying? Not with them young boys coming in.
I know, right?
Because them, yeah.
I mean, Kyle, come on, man. Some of these boys ain't but what? The thing is, though, Kyle's that kind of relationship will make the kids will feel a little more comfortable with him because all of them got a potty mouth. So the coach is talking like that. Hey, coaches, what us? Hey, coach will bleep you too, you mother. We love you, man.
but it seems like he's gonna replace those coaches that we lost from within.
Yeah.
From within the inside, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna go and look for anybody out there.
No, and he
You know
didn't
what
want
I'm
to let he didn't want to let his guys go. He picked those guys up. He had no intention of watching them walk away in 2 years. But he says, they're going to offer them an extra year extension on the deals the 49ers already had, and you can't hold a man back from getting ahead. So Kyle said, "All right, go ahead." God, Jesus, I didn't pick y'all up
Well,
just to say goodbye.
the good thing he did is that you're not gonna take them boys away from me if you're not gonna put them on a higher position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was good of him.
Yeah, he made
You
a
know?
deal for them in essence. You're right. He made it better for them. So yeah, Kyle's cool, But
Yeah.
you lose coaches like that, it kind of hurts. But like you said, they're gonna promote guys that they're already on the staff. I think Mike LaFleur, Matt's brother, is gonna take over as the quarterbacks coach. I don't know who's gonna replace the other guys though. That line
But
coach.
those two guys that we got in for the defense, I think I'm satisfied with them. You know what I'm saying? Joe Woods,
Joe
and
Woods.
that other dude.
That's
Yeah.
Chris Kasurik. Kasurik.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so
yesterday Sean called in and said Joe Woods ain't shit. Basically. So, because Joe has been other places, and I guess the fans have been talking about in Denver, they said, John knew some people there said Joe Woods is not the answer. But we'll see. Different situations can call for different results. So we got to hope he's okay. So,
yeah.
But here's the thing, Jock, I want to ask you too. I didn't add this to the questions tonight, but I was wondering, do you think the Rams, their model of building a team like they did, is that going to take off in the league? I mean, is everybody going to start paying it out the nose and getting rid of all the draft picks in order to win right now? Because the Rams, if nothing else, they prove that shit works. I mean, that works.
Well, team. Let me tell you. There's teams that used to do that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's a matter of controlling your money. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go over. You know, so that shit might hurt you, and which it might come back and bite them in their ass. There's a lot of players that's gonna be leaving. Right after the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like right now, I know Sue's gonna be out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Because somebody's gonna call him up and offer some money.
Yeah.
He's all about the money.
Oh yeah. So I know there's maybe one or two of Rams guy. If they come by us, we should jump on them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I tell you what, Chuck, you bring that up. It was pretty funny. If this Todd Gurley drama continues to build, wouldn't it be funny if we had both Todd Gurley and Antonio Brown and Camp next year? Because Todd's sitting over the sidelines looking like somebody peed on him. And meanwhile, the reason they got as far as they did as well as they did in that game, it's all about CJ. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty funny as that develops. I'm going to keep it. That's going to be the most entertaining thing between now and the end of the season there is. Todd, because you know what the media's going to do. The media's going to build it up, make it into a story. The Rams were beaten badly in the Super Bowl, and Todd Gurley is said to not be sympathetic about the situation. I'm looking forward to that. Woo! But anyway,
what do you think about that quarterback from the Ravens? He's gonna be a free agent. What do you think? Flacco, whatever his name is. Yeah, what do you think? You think we should jump on him?
No, I do not like. Hey, Jock. People in that area always keep asking every time a reporter comes, "Is Joe Flacco an elite quarterback?" And reporters always say, you asked me too quick." Joe Flacco, anybody they would have drafted 2 years ago probably would have took Joe's job. He's overpaid, and Joe's not going to get it done. So, and Flacco, he may end up, I think the Jaguars might think about him. Who else has really got to screw up as a quarterback?
The Jets, he might go for the Jets.
Jets, yeah. No, the Jets, they've got the new kid.
They got Donald.
Yeah, they got Donald. They're going to work with him.
Yeah.
And,
You
There's going to be some teams trading up for a quarterback anyway. They're not going to go after Flacco. They're going to if you're going to go after Flacco and pay him what he wants, you may as well trade up. So I think that's what's going to happen.
But they got that quarterback that's gonna be a free agent. A black quarterback. He act exactly like Kaepernick used to.
You talking about the Ravens? You talking about the Ravens?
No, he's gonna be free agent. Damn, what's his name? I forgot his name. But yeah, he's one of those that like to scramble. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's not gonna stay in the pocket for you. You know what I'm saying? But
Jacques, what team are you talking about?
What team he played for? I think he is that for the Redskins? No, not Redskins. Damn.
Anyway, a free agent mobile quarterback.
Name, but yeah, there's a couple quarterback that's gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you're talking about the return of Tim Tebow. we got we got to do, Jock. we got to go, Jock. Though. Hey, Jock, I'm curious as to who you talk about. See if you can find that name and bring that back for us Friday.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
All right, Jock.
All right, Ronbo. Have a good night, man.
Hey, you too, fam. Where were we? RG3 from Washington, right. RG3 is so forgotten. I didn't even realize he's a free agent. I should have, though. Jock, it's RG3 you were talking about. That's right. Poor RG3. Man, he gets no love these days, does he? They made him sit down and... hey, there's no point in you putting on your uniform. You just dress comfortably. Really? Yeah. It's okay. And by Okie Niners, where's that petition, man? Everyone sign that Saints petition. In fact, I would like to sign it more than one time. I'm going to sign it on everybody's computer that I know. It is gonna cost. Somebody said, and the other day, Deb said there's an article in the rule book somewhere, or in the NFL Constitution, that says Goodell has the right to actually overturn how did it go? Anyway, if Goodell didn't appreciate what happened in the course of the game, he can reverse who won the game. Can you imagine? After carefully reviewing the play and running it through several models, it's pretty much determined that the Saints were going to score on the previous or in the upcoming play. With that being said, the clock would have probably been ran down to about 3 seconds. We think the probability of the Rams coming back to score a touchdown are more than 90 million to 1. So by that we conclude we are going to send the Saints to the Super Bowl. Oh, man, it would be so hilarious. I think I would probably be in the hospital afterward because I'd be laughing my ass off. So they'd have to stitch my ribs. I'd have to set my ribs, stitch up one side. Jawbone would be all, I'd be losing it, man. SoFlo Niner says, hey, right, give a birthday shout out to my son, Tito. I don't know why people make me do it, man. I got to do it. Happy birthday, Tito. Happy birthday to Tito. Happy Niners birthday to Tito. Happy birthday, Tito! Yeah! Tito, you got to be a 49er fan, though, Tito. Yeah. Root for the 49ers. And listen, if any Raider fans or Rams fans give you any trouble like that, have them get a hold of Uncle Ron. I'll deal with him, okay? Yeah, we go get him. Of course, I should find out how old Tito is, huh? I think it's so close, right? If it's his son, Armstead, can stay. I have. Okay, Armstead can. EE says Armstead can stay. I have no problem with that. Yeah, I don't either. And I want to see what this coach does, because he. I still think Armstead has talent. If people stop messing, Armstead, he deals with a lot. he actually responds to hate on his social media. I mean, you saw, what's his name? That writer? Um, what's his name? Anyway, the dude said something about Armstead. Armstead went after him. Ryan Sakamoto, remember him and Sakamoto were going back and forth. It was vicious. Damn, Ryan, what did you do? I seen Armstead get pissed off last year, and everybody said, Armstead's a wussy, man. Why don't you play with a cast on? Armstead answers back, I would, dumbass, if I said, Armstead was really bad. The doctor wouldn't allow it. Jesse Ferguson says, Armstead's a good run stopper. Not his fault he was picked too early. He could be a great role player. Yeah, I can go with that. And Slack says, yes, yes, yes. I want to hear more Ed Oliver in our draft conversations. And the 49ers ain't said it about Ed Oliver. They didn't say anything about McGlinchey either last year. You never heard anything about it from anybody. So you never know. Ed may feel exactly what they're talking about. Armando Lopez. The 49ers need that game-changing player at 2, the second pick. So if Bosa falls, pick him, or Quentin Williams is available, he's a safe pick. That's what everybody says. I think that's what the mock draft people think. Picking safe for that number 2 pick. You know, fam, you got to be careful when you pick in the top 5. Don't be getting no speculations or somebody you're not absolutely sure about. You know, you see most of the guys in the top 5, with the exception of us. No, except the Chicago Bears. I'm not sure if Trubisky is all that either, though. But everybody else has picked that later. It seemed like the right one. I mean, the Jets went and got that safety, you know. It's a tough thing. You got to be careful with that pick. If you're picking number 10, 11, 12, 13, well, you go ahead and take a shot. You know, maybe, take a risk. But don't be messing up in that top 5 picks. Josh Chanuski says, sign Dante Fowler, draft Quinnen Williams, and Byron Murphy or Jalen Ferguson, whoever is available in the second round. But Josh, what if they give up the second round pick to get Antonio Brown? These are the things you got to be concerned with. Anthony Pilato, street time. Sir Garcia, what's up? Hey, Brian. Wait, is this?
What up, Ronbo?
Oh, so it really is Brian. Brian, what's up? Hey, I'm doing all right. Sitting there contemplating. We got Earl Mitchell saying goodbye, and got DJ Jones coming in to take his place. We got Solomon T under the microscope now of the brilliant eye of Chris Kasurik. People are bothered Kyle Shanahan about as to what's going to happen with Solomon T. And Jimmy G. The good news is Jimmy G is looking good. G. I can't wait, man.
This is true. Jimmy G, I was hearing about how he's been throwing with Jet, and they're supposed to be working good together. So I'm happy to see that. Solomon Thomas, I don't know about him. I don't really trust us drafting players from Stanford right now. With Joshua Garnett and Solomon Thomas, I think we need to stay away from the farm for a little while.
He had to put the double barrel on Stanford. Garnett and Thomas.
That's just my point of view. Now, in free agency, I think that we should still get a defensive end, but I think that we should, if we do get a defensive end, one of the top tier ones, we should trade back in the first round. The reason why, because we can either get Keelan Farrell or we can get somebody else if Josh Allen not on the board. Happens that he falls to us maybe at a 7 or 5 or something like that. We gain some more picks and we still get the player that we want. And the last time we did this was with Justin Smith and Alden Smith. We picked up Justin Smith and we drafted Alden Smith. And you see what that did for us.
Double barrel shotgun. Ooh, that was bingo. Yes.
So if we don't get Josh Allen, who I like the most out of everybody in this draft, he really, honestly, he got that Khalil Mack. He looked like Khalil Mack a lot to me because if you look at the stats, it's very, very similar, but he did it in the SEC, not the MAC. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah. See, but you know what though? SEC, everybody pushes each other in that division because they got a lot of dogs. You could hear the barking at them SEC games from outside the stadium. Oh, they play some defense in the South. Oh.
And in And honestly, when you look at that Kentucky defense, those players really translate to that Seattle defense that we run because they got those big, long corners. All their corners is 6'1", 6'2". The linebackers play the same type of hybrid defense that we play. And that boy can drop in coverage, too. So he can do a little bit of everything.
Somebody said Devin's is pretty strong and may not have the fluidity, speed, and kind of coordination that you want in a cover linebacker, though. Did you hear about that, or what are you saying about him? Is he going to work in coverage?
I don't think he's gonna be the greatest in coverage. I think he is put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback type of player. But I think he's serviceable.
Yeah, he's. I gotta see more. I know he's quick though. Anybody with that kind of speed, Devin White you got to keep your eyes on the screen when you're watching him work because the dude be moving around that field. Wherever the ball is, Devin's there. You know, and I see this dude. You know, it's funny to call him for drug testing.
If we gonna take a linebacker, we gotta take Devin White. There's no reason. There's no reason. That kid is awesome. Sideline to sideline, he's balling.
Yeah, it's quick, and you know what? He'd compliment because we already got Fred. Fred can play sideline to sideline as well as in coverage. So we anytime you go up with a Gronkowski or a Kelsey or something like that, we got Travis for that. Fred. So this guy, if he could be the hammer, that'd be good.
Exactly, and I think Fred is more of a weak side linebacker than a hammer anyway. I think he's gonna be more of an outside, weak side outside, and do his thing over there.
Agreed. Fred's a finesse player. He's not gonna be knocking the bejesus out of people, and people are not gonna be afraid of footsteps. But if you thought you was gonna get away, that ain't gonna happen either. Fred is on it, man. That dude he's fast too. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that trade back scenario, I would love to trade back to 11 with Green Bay and get both in first round picks from them. That'd be lovely.
Right,
they in the market. They in the market for a pass rusher.
And they're drafted at what position?
They drafted, I think, at 12 and they drafted at 12 and 29. They got the Saints pick.
Yeah.
And they looking for a pass rusher.
Yeah, they didn't look that good as far as the pass rush last year, did they? See,
that's
what we have to deal with. Who's going to pay the money? Green Bay is not famous for going after free agents, so they may not even be in this mix.
But see, that's the thing, though, because they got a new GM and they got a new coach, and Aaron Rodgers was complaining about them not doing nothing to get the team better.
Yeah.
So I think this might be the year that they're going to be heavy in free agency and heavy trying to get some players over there, and they might just be able to give something up.
Yeah.
So they got them. They mocking receivers to him, which I don't see happening.
And what? Green Bay. Well, because of Aaron Rodgers, because Rodgers is like a magician out there. If he's got the white weapons, but you gotta have some defense. So if anything, you gotta prove.
Exactly.
You cannot just do it with all offense. That's been proven too many times. So.
And Clay Matthews up there in age, so they definitely gonna be moving off of him soon.
Oh, that's who goes after Devin White. I bet they already got him on their list. If he goes down to 12, Devin White ends up in Green Bay.
Green Bay, yeah.
He'll never get down to 12, though. I think White goes in the top 10.
Yeah, I think he got to Tampa.
Everybody needs to go to Tampa. The Buccaneers make no sense. But you know what? Bruce Arians on that team, there might be a different story. But that's just too much talent. And there's another team that's loaded to the gills with offensive talent, and they look like they looked.
They ain't got no running game. They ain't had a running game in the Jameis Winston era.
I know, right? That's true. That one running back used to fumble a lot. He used to get hurt a lot. That's all they've had. What was his name? I'd like to get that.
Doug Martin, though. He was suspended.
Was it Doug Martin? Doug Martin's a wide receiver, right?
Yep.
No, Doug Martin's a running back. That's right. I'd like to get Deshaun Jackson away from him just because I want to see him and Goodwin on the field at the same time. Oh, by the way, guys, can I give you a phone number to have fun? Oh, no? Okay. Never mind. We have a kid that likes to call in and irritate. But anyway, yeah. I'd love to see Marquise and Jackson on the field at the same time for certain plays. I want to see what a
Exactly.
defense can do with that. Even Antonio Brown or Marquise. See, because Marquise was on the field when George Kittle set that record, what Kyle should have let him set. Did you see those patterns they were running? Marquise
Oh, yeah.
was taking out half the defense running down the field. George had one dude to deal with, and George played him like a fiddle. I don't know why Kyle went away from that. He could have run that play again. There was nothing anybody could do. Was he going to leave Marquise alone? No, because if he gets a step, he's out of here. George was working it too. I was loving it. Kyle blew it that day. George could have had 2 records this year. He could have had the single game record and the single season record. Damn it.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely true.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, fam.
We got to get a big body receiver too, though.
And Kyle's looking at that too, from what I understand. So that's going to happen. All right, fam. Brian, man, hey, let's talk to you Friday, okay?
All right.
Yeah, I'd be looking for you. Stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, and let me check out a bit. I believe that's the first time I ever belched. I guess we're getting really close. I never belched in front of people until I get really personal. I haven't farted yet. That's the best. Wait a minute, I did. Actually, Daniel Serrano caught me do that, didn't he? I know, right? Too much information. Hey, Dustin May says, are we officially going to be done with Jimmy Ward? I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of people let go this year. I got to tell you, though, I think they like Jimmy Ward. I really do. The way they talk about him, they don't talk about him like anybody else on the team. They actually are impressed with him out there working so hard he gets wiped out. But at what point does that become a liability? I can't have you getting killed every year, Jimmy. Not at $8 million. You maybe give me some of that money back. Let's sign you back up for that. Well, actually, you owe us money. Why don't you play next year free? And Gucci Boy, he says, Q Williams does not make sense. Why do people keep calling for him? He's not that good. Simmons and Oliver are better prospects. And Gucci Boy, a lot of people may see it that way too. I don't know why the mock drafts keep saying that. Maybe because he went to the national championship game or something. I don't know. Pedro Kashina says, if
No! Ronbo!
Yo! Who is that? Huh? Who? Is that Pedro? Where was I? Oh, he said, if Bosa's gone, the safest pick is Quinnen Williams. It's important.
Ronbo!
Okay, I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, by the way, guys, can I give you a phone number call? Okay. If Bosa's gone, the safest pick is Quinnen Williams. It's important having 2 guys pressure inside so that the quarterback isn't able to step into the pocket. See, that's what the Rams kind of do now, you know? So, you know, I tell you. Poppy Pablo XXS says, hello, Ronbo Niners. And John Haynes said, what's good, Ronbo? Thank you, fam. You know it's good, man, for all season. We're about to get better. We're about to get crazy. We're about to get good. We're about to get to the playoffs. And Callis Sams, he says, I just want the Niners to select Josh Allen, him or Nick Bosa. And Mark Lacilento, let's be safe, trade back and get either Johan Williams or Greedy Williams. You know, who is that says Greedy's overrated? I see somebody right in here said Greedy's overrated. I thought Greedy's a good ball player from the clips I've seen of him, but I'm only watching highlight clips. I've never seen a whole game with LSU. Ronbo owes me money. Real question, fam. You think it would be far-fetched to think that we could get to the playoffs with Nick Mullins alone? It'll take me just this long to answer that. No, okay? No. Nick is serviceable, but he has some growing to do. Get back to me at the end of another year on that question. I may have a different answer for you, though. Nick Mullins, I think he has lots of potential, huge potential. He works really hard. And I say that like everybody says that about a lot of players, but I say that about Nick because he will overcome his weaknesses by the way he works. Nick wasn't even supposed to be as good as what we saw last year. So you give him some time and give him an all-star cast like Jimmy's going to come in with next year. Could you imagine? I mean, Nick Mullins with a healthy Matt Breida and Jerick McKinnon. Also, he's got juice. You see what he did with Kittle. I'd like to see what Nick would look like with a full force. We're going to see what Jimmy looks like with a full force too. But at least we know they'll be working out in practice every day, and Nick will probably get better and better. So we'll see what happens. Because Nick trains, he says every game, like every backup quarterback does, like he may have to start this week or something may happen. He may be called in. Romano says Quinnen Williams is the most dominant defensive player in this draft. He would be worth the pick at number 2. All right. A Tyler.
Contavious Street squats 700 pounds.
Oh, 7. Okay. I was about 100 pounds over. And you know what? When you're doing squats, you put 2 5-pound plates on. It makes a difference, let alone 100 pounds. Woo! I saw him do that squat. I saw that clip.
Dude, that's all you in the draft process. That's all you have to know, and you're like, okay, we're picking him. That's simple.
That's true. And they did.
He's gonna be dangerous, man. I don't know where they're gonna put him, but he's gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, man. I know one thing, with that kind of strength and power, he's going to be hard
Put
to
him
stop.
inside, man.
Oh, God, yeah. You don't want to put him on the outside.
He could be the next Aaron Donald.
I want to see his quickness, though. Quickness and technique. I understand that's why
Yeah.
Bradley Chubb had such a year he had, because they were trying to deal with him in the middle. So, yeah.
Yep. I thought he was on the edge.
Well, Bradley was on the edge. Well, no, but if Contavious is in the middle of creating all kind of violence, that's going to draw attention.
Yeah, him and Buckner.
Yeah, so Bradley's probably watching the show for a second. Jesus Christ. And then he goes after the quarterback. You've been on the field. Sometimes it's funny to just observe the noises and impact going on in the interior. Some people who've never played or never been close up to the field, they don't know about that. It just gets real crazy.
You just for half a second you see your teammates causing I love those defenses where they're trying to beat their teammates to the quarterback.
Oh,
that's
it's
awesome.
like they're shoving each other out of the way. It's pretty funny. And we saw that. One guy will go high, and there's going to be a flag thrown down in the NFL, though. You can't take a quarterback down underneath like that or chop him. But it's funny to watch that happen because, especially, you seen that one Buckner and what's that other guy? The linebacker.
Sheldon Day.
No, not Sheldon Day. The linebacker. They got hurt last year. Anyway.
For what team?
For us. He actually played the Sam linebacker after Eli.
Tom Pennu?
What? No, not him.
Malcolm Smith?
No. Anyway, he did a good. Actually, he had against the Raiders.
Azocha?
I think he had what?
Azocha?
No, this guy had a couple of sacks in the Oakland Raider game, and then he was out for the first few weeks of the season with some kind of injury, and then he came back in. Who knows who that is? He came back in and he went wild against the Raiders.
Oh man, I don't know.
And anyway, he got up and did what you're talking about now. They both sacked. Watson. Yeah. Dakota Watson and actually DeForest Buckner. They took him down. Remember, Dakota Watson gets up like it was his. And in the meanwhile, I believe that was DeForest Buckner was over there doing his knee dance. I call it the Russian dance.
Do we even realize how quickly we forget about players?
I know, right?
Guys like Brock Coyle, man, he's been hurt all year too. And he was actually pretty good.
I feel bad for Brock. He gets hurt every year, doesn't he? At least last year he got hurt to end the season. This year he got hurt.
That should all end, okay?
Well, he got hurt to start the season.
It better not be the same. Now, the thing is, the new strength coach, he needs to come in and not just lift with them or teach them methods of lifting and getting stronger, but he also needs to tell them a certain way they need to eat to get certain amount. Like our coaches tell us, take in 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So
yeah, that's really
they need to be doing that.
I always had a problem with that. If you weigh like 190, 180, 170, 200 plus pounds, you know how many calories you got to take in a day to get a gram of protein down. I always felt bloated doing that, but I know about that.
I mean, you got to be careful that they would know like a specific way to achieve that. It would tell you
Yeah,
methods of doing
you,
that.
you,
So
you can't do a lot of carbs. I mean, you can sit down and have steak, chicken, fish all day, and you could probably achieve. You got in between meals, you got to drink down protein shakes. That's hard on the kidneys, though. You know what? I got a feeling they must have ways now to get around that, though. So,
yeah, the new strength coaches better be on top of their stuff,
uh,
and
and the
it's just
dietitians
good to.
too,
I would imagine Jimmy's already throwing the ball less than 4 months removed from surgery. So
right?
I would imagine he'd be 100% by OTAs. He
Oh,
might not be,
yeah, because
but he may be 100%.
I think so. Because look at this. We're not even at the end of the schedule yet. So we got
Dude,
February,
it's still
March.
January.
Yeah, we got
They
February,
don't even start
March,
OTAs till May or
April.
June or something.
Yeah, so he's got 4 months to get better, and
You kidding
apparently
me?
his
Plus
injury wasn't that bad.
he was already walking around he's walking like 2 months removed from surgery,
Yeah, I
and
know.
he's throwing less than 4 months removed. So 4 months he'd be 100%. If he's not,
Easily.
then I'm confused. I mean, he'll definitely be able to go to OTAs. I know that for sure.
Oh
I
yeah.
would be utterly shocked if he's not 100% because that would be about 8 months removed, and plus that's about the amount of it takes 6 to 9.
Yeah.
This is said the surgery went as soon as possible, so it's probably a 6 month process.
Mm.
So yeah, 100%. I don't know McKinnon
Yeah, running back.
before Jim.
That's a
I would
different
imagine
story.
he'd be ready to go too.
Can he pivot?
Yeah.
Can he go from side to side? Can he make explosions off that leg?
I would completely understand if they hold him off. If they hold off, like maybe so longer than, but
Just
Jimmy
make
should
sure
be
he's 100%.
ready to go.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if he's not 100% by OTA,
You know.
which is incredible news. Like you know how sometimes they wouldn't show the OTA practices, but you know how sometimes the 49ers go live, they
Mm.
will record some of the practices or whatever.
Mm.
I'm gonna look at. I watched those last off season when Jimmy's on the field. It's gonna be so great to see him back out there. And the preseason comes around, we're all gonna go seeing him walk out there. And if he balls, we're gonna lose our. And then when the season comes, we got to play this by ear. We can't be saying everything we said the past few years because we just don't know what's gonna happen. We can't be like, oh, we're gonna go 12-4, 11, 10.
That's true.
Okay.
I mean, who could see
'cause
your
we've
whole
been
first
hurt.
string getting wiped out like that? That's crazy.
Yeah, we've been hurt doing we
Running back.
look.
Both running
we
backs.
made
One of them's
playoffs.
injured. The other one's out. The quarterback's gone.
Yes.
Both number one and
See,
2 wide receivers are gone. My God, we just got
we need to
cheated.
come into the season instead of look with the team we have now. I believe we can make playoffs. I believe we can achieve great things as long as, granted, we have to stay healthy. Now, I'm not going to get into ridiculous expectations. Although I hold my team to a high standard, I want them to be successful. But we've been having these high expectations and predicting incredibly high records the past few years. We've been hurting ourselves. So let's be careful about that this year.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
we will root our team on, but predicting high records and low records, we shouldn't. Let's not throw any records out. Let's just see how this thing goes. That's what I challenge all of us fans
Tyler.
to do this
Tyler's,
offseason.
Tyler's saying that to be able to say, Tyler, what's going to be your record prediction then?
I'm not
You wanna-
predicting nothing. Nobody should be
You want
predicting
to
anything.
wait, huh?
Well, that was my message. Let's just
Yeah.
play it by ear, and let's all.
Let's
I
see what
challenge
happens.
you all to just let's
Wait.
wait it out and
Yeah.
just hope for the best. Don't
Yeah.
predict any records this year.
I agree.
Don't
I
don't
agree.
throw out any numbers. You're going to disappoint yourself.
Yeah. And maybe jinx the team. All right, Tyler. Great stuff. Tyler's become the voice of reason. Are you ready for that?
Yes, I will take on the responsibility.
All right, Tyler. I'll see you Friday then.
Jimmy G. Let's go G.
He's already ready.
All
You
right.
see it now.
I'm so ready. I'm waiting, man.
Well, give us
All
that pipe bomb. We got to go.
Love you, Ronbo.
Hey, love you back, fam.
Bye, bum.
Hey, Satch. Satch, I got you. He's one with little Janiyah. Hi, Janiyah. And Satch, thanks for the contribution, Satch. Appreciate it. Oh. Danny Brazil says, I think Solomon creates more problems for opposing O-linemen than we'd think. Also good in the run game. Yeah, we probably don't give him enough credit. He's not useless. I mean, he just doesn't make you think of somebody who should have been picked at number 3, maybe. High impact players, usually you can see them all the time, right? But Solomon may be getting some dirty work done we're not paying much attention to. He is not bad against the run. And keep in mind, since Solomon Thomas came, teams have not ran over us like they did before he got here, right? Because we used to be the worst. Elias Fernandez says, keep Solly and Armstead unless you can upgrade. Yeah, good point. Don't be throwing stuff away until you get it replaced. And then you throw it away. And you make them sure they compete against each other first. That way when you tell Solomon Thomas and Eric Armstead, sorry, y'all ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. And then you can run that. See, Dre Barry, what's up? Casual viewer says Quinnen Williams is the answer. Oh man, we're gonna start developing camps soon. I can see. Hank Moody, this offseason is going to determine our whole season. We need to get a B. Could be. I really wish I knew what the 49ers plan was for him. Okie Niners says, trade back Greedy, get Sweat later, and Hollywood Brown. From Oklahoma in the 3rd round. Gio Utley. Sup? Hey, Nighthawk is on the phone. Nighthawk. Now, see, I thought I saw Theandra in there yelling a minute ago. Theandra. Nighthawk.
What's going on? What's up?
Now, hey, man. Listen, we're getting all excited about Jimmy G being healthy. But did you hear Tyler just a minute ago? This year, we are not going to be talking about records, although I know we're going to get tempted after a while. Nighthawk, I figure after the first preseason game, that's as long as we can hold out. Because if we see what we want to see, we're going to be saying things like, oh, hell, 14-2. Hey, Nighthawk, if this team stays healthy, I really sincerely think they can win some games. I don't want to say how many right now.
If they're healthy, yeah, they can win games. If they're healthy, they can win.
Now, you got some things going on there.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Did you get that done? Yeah, because, last year, we was like, but we had it right. We came out of the season winning the last 5 games in a row. We figured we couldn't do nothing but get better.
Okay. I'm back.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying, like we came out of last season thinking that we won all them games. We got a franchise quarterback. We signed Jerick McKinnon. We got all kind. Garcon was coming back. We already knew that his backup, or not his backup, but number 2 guy, Marquise Goodwin, was going to be cool. We didn't know what George Kittle was going to offer, but we knew he's good from last year. Trent Taylor had a good first year. We had a right to believe they could win. We didn't know about the defense and how that was going to be effective, but we did have Richard Sherman, so we thought we was going somewhere with him. Kello looked pretty good coming out of last season. We had a right to believe we would win,
Yep.
So, we will find out.
Yeah, but I don't know if they get AB, but I don't know. Who knows if they're going to get him?
It's going to be very interesting. We'll find out about 3 weeks. As the talk heats up, 49ers, somebody will finally tell on the 49ers. They'll find out somehow. And they'll finally say, the 49ers, we find, have been active ever since day one of the fiasco in the Pittsburgh area. And talks have been underway for some time now, but we're not supposed to divulge that information because that is against league rules. But the 49ers are seemingly getting toward the end of a deal now, but we don't know the details of that. And so everybody's saying, oh my God, we're going to get AB. And then, of course, what's going to happen, Night Dog? They're going to finally say they've withdrawn their agreement with the 49ers, and it seems Antonio Brown is going to the Los Angeles Rams. What? It's going to make everybody mad. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
He ain't going to the Rams. Rams ain't got no money, We got one thing we don't have to worry about with the Rams. They ain't got no money. They can't sign anybody but their own players. And hopefully they try to hold on to
Nope.
some of the ones they got now. 39 million. Chump change.
Yeah, but they gotta keep their player. But if they don't make this, if they lose the Super Bowl on Sunday, I mean, if they lose the Super Bowl, they're gonna.
It's gonna be a
It's
sad
gonna be
day.
a waste of money.
It's gonna be a sad day on Hollywood Boulevard. And Nighthawk, let's face it, Belichick and Brady, this is the game they play. This is what they do.
But you know what? I'm going with Tom Brady.
You're going with the right one, man. The Rams, look what they did to I do not believe yet what they did to the Chiefs. Bill Belichick was like the PG&E man. He came in and just pulled all the plugs out the wall and cut the electricity off. There was no, they just, that was funny. I didn't expect that. And the same with the Chargers. They couldn't get nothing going.
Yeah,
That's
because
crazy.
I hate both teams, but I hate the Rams more.
Yeah, I know, right? See, that's the same way I feel too. It's like Sean said, no matter what Brady does, people are still going to call him the greatest of all time. I already called
But you
him
know
that
what?
now.
One good about Tom Brady, he looked up. He was a 49ers fan.
Yeah, I know, right? That's another thing. Say, hey, Nighthawk, that's a good point. We got to support Tom. He loved Joe. See, okay. I feel better about it. I feel even better about it now. Sean
Yeah,
already
but
made me feel all right.
But I think he was drafted, but we passed him by too.
Yeah, I know. See, Tom said it ain't my fault that I'm not in San Francisco. I was standing right there. I was hoping they would ask me to come on over. They didn't.
See, so I don't have nothing against him. So that's why I'm picking him
Yeah.
to win.
There you go. All right. That justifies it even more. And if not for the Patriots, we wouldn't have Jimmy G.
Yep.
So we could go ahead and support that team.
Yeah, because they helped us out.
Yeah. They do enjoy it. And they traded Trent Brown. They did a deal with us on that. And Belichick likes our coach, Kyle Shanahan. He has a lot of respect for him. And Belichick does not have a lot of respect for people, but he does like Kyle and John. So, we got no business rooting for the Rams against the Patriots anyway. We talked ourselves into that pretty easy, didn't we? Nighthawk! Hey, I'm going to see you on Friday, okay?
Okay, I want to give a shout out to the Nighthawk Club.
Yeah. All right. And let me give you all a
hit that light.
Yes. And
I'm out.
Nighthawk! Wait, you can't go out yet. You got to wait. Nighthawk! All right, now you can do that. Do that sign.
Peace out.
All right. Here's Nighthawk. What's Go Hard said about Jimmy? There's a lot of people who don't believe in Jimmy. He says Jimmy G played suspect after his first 3 games, though. Go Hard. Now see, I know you know, all right? G, you could see him. It's like G was like on every snap. He looked like he had the book out, all right? Look left, look off the safety, look right, find out where my flanker is. Where's my X guy? All right? And now go hit Trent Taylor. Okay. G was not playing like G. G was in like study mode. There's a difference between practice and, of course, the real action, right? I do not see G continuing to play at that speed. He was not playing fast. He was not playing G style at all. So I look for that to change next season. See, I refuse to define Jimmy G by those first 3 games. And also, I know the Chiefs' defense sucks, but G was playing pretty good, especially in that second half against the Chiefs. If we would have played any kind of defense in the first half, I have a feeling that game might have been different. But the 49ers, every possession the Chiefs had for the first, 4 or 5 in a row? Touchdown, Kansas City. Touchdown, Chiefs. Touchdown, Kansas City Chiefs. And the 49ers appeared to not even have a clue as to where that ball was. Niners, man. What the hell y'all doing? And that's I think that's the first game everybody went after Salah. They was after Salah's ass, boy. Not knowing that Jeff Hafley was one over there that needed an ass whooping. Hey, Slacks says, get him out of here. Solomon Thomas is the 4th round pick at 3 overall. I want us to move on. He's a bum. If he proves my words wrong, then great. Feels very strongly about it, Slacks does. And Brunel Jacobs says we don't even need a defensive tackle. We're gonna move Solomon inside where he played in college and he's comfortable. So the lineup will be Bosa. I thought you said we don't need a defensive tackle. Is that Brunel? Bosa's a defensive tackle. Oh, there's a defensive tackle. I'm sorry, you're right. Bosa, Allen, Bosa and Allen, or Bosa / Allen, Buckner, Thomas, Armstead. And you got Contavious, and you got Taylor. You know, you got my boy, man. I'm telling you, man. Ronnie Blair needs more snaps. And Dominic Winters, what's up? Joshy G3149, Montez Sweat would be a good fit for the Niners. I tell you what, Montez has. I can see right now that's a mean dude, man. I like that dog in him. The boss George, what's up, fam? And Coach says, Coach, was something going on? He's got question marks here. Something, yeah, maybe sound. I heard the noise. I have no idea what that was about. Let me let him in. No! What a ride!
Finally, the Rod has come back to Ronbo Live.
Rod!
What's going on, Ronbo?
Rod, I'm sitting there thinking, man, and the thing is, you get to what? Is Quinnen Williams out there? Is he in Bama? Quinnen's not on either team, is he? Anyway.
Yeah, well, I don't know about the Senior Bowl. I don't think he's playing for that.
Yeah, he probably in that. But, you know, because I got this thing about, because, you know, Kyle and John, man, they be pulling them little fast ones. I'm wondering, they got rid of Earl, but that was a good thing no matter what. DJ Jones looked very good. Sheldon Day could back him up. But are they thinking maybe we can bring some more competition in? Well, let's draft this kid, Quinnen Williams. He's a safe pick. Because I'm figuring now they're going to be concerned with getting a safe pick if you're drafting that high.
Yeah.
And Solomon Thomas was not a safe pick.
What? I believe that too. I'm with you. I think it's a safe pick, but my question also is going to be Xavier Street. Is he going to be able to move up the depth chart now? Because this is the guy that benched a whole lot. I think it was close to 700.
He picked that up, and Rod, he did that squat. He wasn't cheating. Contavious, that butt was about to hit the floor. Rod, he came up. That was a legit lift. I was shocked. I had never seen that before.
That's some strength. That's amazing strength, bro.
Yeah. Whew. 700 pounds.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely glad to see Earl Mitchell go. Hallelujah.
No, Earl. Boy, Earl.
I know a lot of the 49er fans been talking about, and I'm one of them too, who said that the 49ers probably should draft back. But the more and more I think about it now, man, I think we're going to we can't afford to miss. So I think we're going to definitely get the best player available.
At number 2?
And I think that, if we're going to do some trading back, it's going to probably be like that second round pick. The only way I don't think that that's going to happen is if you go ahead and get AB or possibly try to go in and throw all our cards in and go after Odell Beckham Jr. or maybe even a cornerback Jalen Ramsey.
Ooh.
But I see us making a big free agency pickup, man. I really do. Possibly even 2.
And and we won't, and that's going to determine what they do in the draft. Right now, there's no way to know what the 49ers are going to do in the draft until after free agency, because they're going to make some splash moves this year. Because everybody and their mama was talking about the 49ers. 49ers didn't do a damn thing, man. They sat there and watched the Rams stack that team and didn't do nothing to answer. People are mad about that, Rod. But they don't understand. Don't be doing what the Rams do. Not everything they do, because that could be a problem soon. But, yeah.
Well, we talked about it some shows back a few months ago, but I brought up the point that John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan pretty much made the statement that the drafts that we've picked, we basically hit on all cylinders as far as the different dimensions of both sides of the football. First season, okay, we went after Reuben Foster. We went after Solomon T. That's linebacker. And then we had Weatherspoon, that was the DB. The season before, we went after Jimmy G. We, in the offseason, acquired Jerick McKinnon. And, the first season, when they first got there, they got Marquise Goodwin and Pierre Garçon. So it's like the realistic fans can see that, man, these gentlemen got a strategy. So as long as they're sticking with, their formula, I can't be mad at them. I can't be mad at them at all.
Rob, that's what I've been trying to tell people. To get mad when you tell them that. I said, you guys understand, the pieces that are being put into place, they weren't just random picks. They picked these people out for a certain reason. Nobody wants to buy it. So, you know, and a bunch of other people, there are those who do not, you're right, have no idea what's going on.
But the thing that I'm looking forward the most is seeing, I know we've already made a change at the defensive lines coach. I'm just really, really interested in seeing what type of help or assistance that we can give Robert Saleh, because as much confidence as Kyle Shanahan has in him, the bottom line is his chess match skills are going to be put on the hot seat this year.
you heard about his chess playing.
I don't think he's a bad coach, but like we said before, you can't expect to go out and go to war when you don't have any type of weapons. And we talked about this before too. That front line, okay, all those guys first round picks, but outside that, we don't really have no first round picks anymore. The only ones that's available in the Shanahan era on the defensive side of the ball at first round is going to be Saul T. So, it's all about really not just learning how to develop these players that we have aboard, as well as getting the right additional pieces to help, these guys to gel together so they can be a progressive unit on the field.
Mm-hmm. And Rod, and you also know you got to get players that work well together and know they're gonna, if this dude ain't working out this year, you need to move him or get another guy in there with him. Actually, when you think about it, DeForest Buckner does need a wrecking force next to him, because
I think Quinnen Williams would be perfect.
Yeah, see, that's why the experts are saying what so-called experts. That's why they're saying what they're saying. DeForest needs a running mate, and the Ndamukong Suh proved it this year, playing next to Aaron Donald, because even though Suh took the whole season off, except for the playoff games, you could see the potential of that kind of a team. Yeah.
Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more, man. I can honestly say if they get Quinnen Williams, the running game isn't going to be a factor for our opponents. I think we can get back to being that solid.
Sorry,
go ahead.
I understand that Quinnen actually gets to the quarterback on occasions, too. He can move that big frame.
He does. He does. And see, that's the other thing that I like, Ronbo, is like, we've all had our complaints with Saul T, but if you think about it, Saul T was a dominant force in a weak division as far as college football goes. That Pac-10 with Stanford and them, that's a weak conference. Guys understand that.
Yep.
And when you're going against the best linemen in the NFL, you're going to have to develop that strength. Okay, we just fired our strength coach. We just hired a new one. So, Solomon T playing on the interior of the defensive line, I think they've addressed some of that problem already.
Yeah. So we'll see where that's going next. Well, Rod, I tell you what, I'm looking for you Friday. Tell them what we're going to hear next. Earl Mitchell got excused today. They may be giving out walking papers for the next 2 weeks, actually. I can't imagine who's
to add on to what you said, I hope we also, like you said too, can get Ronald Blair some more snaps.
Yeah.
And I'm still pulling. I'm pulling for Eric Armstead's return, because I saw some major progress at the season end this year. I really did.
I says, Eric gets He gets peed on a lot, but boy, he makes some plays here and there nobody talks about. I've been noticing though, the run, he's really good against that run. He doesn't get to the quarterback with that size. He should be getting it a little more often, but other work than that, he sets the edge pretty good because he's kind of quick. So I don't really see him as a really
And
bad football player.
that kind of remind you of that defensive line in Seattle? All the different pieces they had, the rotations as far as the depth chart went.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, one minute you got KJ Wright, next minute you got Cliff Averill, next minute you got Earl what's the name? Not Earl, but the guy that went to the Eagles.
Oh, dang. I've lost his name too. I know what you're talking about.
But
Though.
you know what I'm saying. But it just looks like we got some nice pieces to help. Michael Bennett.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. They took turns taking teams apart, and it wasn't always about the same dude, but they definitely made sure the job got done.
It looked like we're going in the same directions with that defensive front.
Specialty guys. Yeah. All right, Rod. I'm gonna tell you what.
We'll
I'm looking for you
on Friday, man.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Ready? Send me home, boss.
Niners! Right.
All right. Shout out to the Empire. Shout out to you, Ronbo. Keep doing what you do, dog.
Thanks, fam. You know I love it, man. I will do too. All right, fam. Have a good night. Oh, man. Hey, let's go to Jay. Hey, Jay.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Jay, man, I'm just sitting here watching this drama form. It's going to be a fun off season, man. Because, G's already getting healthy fast. That's got to bother the rest of the NFL, even though they know damn well they do not want to be bothered with Jimmy G and Kyle Shanahan in combination. See, Jay, people don't understand. It ain't all about G. It's about the mind behind G. I love the thought. Woo! George Kittle running around out there all by himself. Got Dante Pettis coming out of a bag next year because he's over his rookie-isms. I got Marquise out there, got the secondary running around looking like, hey, watch 11, damn God, look at that. I want to see all of it.
Already, I'm with you.
It is Matty B. Don't forget about Matty B. Oh, don't let him get around the edge. Oh, my God. Matty B gets around the corner. It's 15 yards easily. Because by the time a team can recover, it's too late. I love watching him run. One of my favorites last year.
Oh, yeah.
And normally, Jay, my most favorite running backs are not usually on our team. There's usually some other team that's got, like Le'Veon. I just think Le'Veon was poetry in motion, boy. Le'Veon is like, look like he's going half speed. But Le'Veon's patiently waiting for them holes to open up. Then he'd slide through. Yeah. Then he'd do it again.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I says, that's the way you run that ball. Whoa!
Just wait till you see Jerry McKinnon out there next year.
Oh, see, I see Jarek do a move as because when he goes out for passes, he can run routes like a wide receiver. I seen Jarek leave a defender butt naked, man. Jarek put a move on the dude jerked left, right. Jarek went the other way, right quick. I said, okay, now I see why Kyle went and got you. Look at that. That was ugly.
He efficient.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. I hope he's healthy. Yeah.
And just wait till Kyle Shanahan shock the world, trade down in the draft, and pick up Hollywood Brown. That's his type. If you know Kyle Shanahan, what he like, he tried to get John Ross. He wanted him. I'm telling you, he gonna pick up them extra picks, pick up a DN free agency, pick up another one, in the second round, move back later in the first round, move back up with the extra picks we pick up and get another DN. He's going to make that offense. We need another receiver to make that offense even explosive.
He's looking for him. He's looking at a couple of freaks. You know about Terrell Williams. Understand he's going to be a free agent this year. He goes 6'4", but he runs a 4.4. And then you got Dante Moncrief. He seems to be a free agent. Why, I don't know. He's 6'2". He runs a 4.42.
Nah. He just signed with Jacksonville last year.
Oh, Dante Moncrief?
Yeah.
Dante
Moncrief.
I thought he was on the list. All right. Did he sign a 1-year contract?
I'm not too sure, but I remember him signing with Jacksonville.
Okay. Anyway, Kyle's looking at guys, if usually big guys like that can't really gain separation. So Kyle says, I don't need that. But if you're big and you can run route and quick, I'll take a look. Because we had one last year. Remember that dude, Steven Dunbar? What was his last name? Even they never let
Dunbar.
Steven, yeah, they never let him play. But, he wasn't that bad. But he was big and strong, but he wasn't that fast. And, of course, he couldn't gain separation probably easier.
The time for us right now, year 3, we don't need to take no more gambles on players. We need to go out there. We need to go out the stars, AB or Hollywood Brown. We need to go out there. Yeah, it's time to make the noise. And like I hear everybody calling. That's why I wanted to call, because I listened to the show from the other day. I know y'all not rooting for these sorry ass Patriots.
Oh, Jay, man, Jay, you ain't got. How do you feel about the Rams, though?
That's our little brother. What they other than last year, they didn't make the playoffs since 2004, and they want to say if Sean McVay made that team. Yeah, it's the coach, but you got to think about it. Since 2004, they've been in the top 10 drafting since 2004. So of course they're gonna have a good team. They got the right coach to coach all the talent. They've been drafting since 2004. You know what I mean? They our little brothers. The Rams ain't never beat us. When they ever, we always used to smack them up. They used to beat the Seahawks. The Seahawks got trouble with the Rams.
I know, that's pretty funny, huh? And it's funny because I used to root for them when they was playing the Seahawks. Every time they played the Seahawks.
Right. and they played us like they always played us during the years, and we always smacked them up.
Yeah.
But that goes to show our division, though. You see how our division go, because we went to them 3 NFC Championship games. Arizona had their time.
Yeah.
Seahawks had their time. I mean, just time and time again, whoever comes out of our division, our division just pound for pound. Whatever team come out.
Oh, Jay, I hate to disappoint you, man. There's some people that like to get involved. I see people on social media that are running all the time. I try to dodge them, and they still come and get my ass. And then I got a dude now that had an unmitigated audacity to call in, Jay. We got a dude that calls in. What? There's no other fan, any other team that ever has done that. They come in and they talk on the chat, but this one gets on the phone, calls in, talking major shit. I can't believe it.
I feel you.
So
I feel you.
Oh, it's hard. It's hard to not want to see the Rams get their butt beat.
Yeah, but I don't like Tom Brady regardless, or the Patriots.
Yeah, I don't really care to see the Patriots win the 6th ring. But as I say, it's the relationship I've developed with the Rams this last year or two that has made me want them to get the last beat. And here's the funny thing about it, Jay. Every time a team loses in a Super Bowl, they usually fall apart in the upcoming season. Look at the Falcons. The Falcons ain't been right since. The Patriots is about the only team that you're ever going to see that got their ass kicked the year before and come back still hungry for a Super Bowl next year, or everything works for them the next year. That's crazy.
You're definitely right.
Yeah,
you're definitely right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's why they are who they are.
The Panthers.
Yeah, everybody fall apart. Except for us, we had that 3 years, them 3 good years, that good run.
I know, but we never got to we just never got to the Super Bowl. If you don't get to the Super Bowl, you'll be okay. You can still play. But for some reason, getting all the way to the Super Bowl, huh?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, because our owner, he was playing with his GM. Man. He should have gave Jim Harbaugh all the power. Let him take over the whole team.
Trent Baalke was never going to handle that. And Trent Baalke was working little young Jed York at that time. Jed didn't know what was going on. He trusted Trent over Harbaugh because Harbaugh didn't have any respect for him. And that's why that happened. If Jim would have had a little more respect for him, it might have been different.
Jim already seen Jim seen he was a goofball. Jim crazy. Jim already look at this dude. What is this dude talking about?
But see, that's how come.
Who you say? He probably looked at him. Who he trying to bring in? Corey Lemonnier. Why is he bringing him?
I'm still mad about Corey Lemonnier. God. But Jay, we're gonna go. I'll see you Friday if you get some time, huh?
Already.
All right,
Already.
fam.
Have a
Appreciate you
good
getting here.
And I'm gonna call out for the Niners tonight.
All right, I'm ready.
Niners! Already.
That's awesome, Jay.
Already.
We gotta have
God
a
bless
we got about
y'all.
4 guys. We gotta have a competition.
I'm with you all day.
Have a good night, Jay.
You do the same.
See, and now, and Jay has made me feel a little shame, but I just can't stand the Rams, fam. it's going to be such a rush to watch them get beat down. And True says where the Niners are going to play the playoffs next year, all the chips are going to fall in place. Niners all day, every day. It's right. True. D'Angelo Mosley says, has anybody seen tape on Lonnie Johnson? Cornerback out of Kentucky, 6'1", 200 pounds, good steal. You know the 49er out of Kentucky, is he in the Senior Bowl? But the 49ers have seen him. I already said hello to Theondra. And I got to check for Theondra. I told her to drop me a note. She did. Oh, yeah, I got to go back and look at the mail. And Taga Kale, let me get this right. Taga Kale Tiwi Albe. Thanks, fam. Big letters, too. I love you back. Sean Luke says, I'm not sold on Josh Allen. Watching his film, he relies too heavily on his busy alone. His hands are bad, his pass rush moves are bad, and his bend is below average. I would take Quinnen Williams with the second pick. See, tell you, fam, even though, man, I tell you, you read that a lot about him, and there's not a lot of people talking about him. They've got him going as low as number 7 and 8 in the draft. Okay, Niner also says he's not a fan of Bosa either. I don't follow that up. Kenneth Holmes says, what's up? Hey, Kenneth, what's up? Kodak Sniper Gang. I say we take Q Williams at number 2 and pair him up next to Defoe. That would mess up the pocket and force the quarterback out. That would make Armstead, Julian T, Cassius Taekwondo Marsh, Solly, etc. look good. Wait, see, there's a lot of logic to that. We're going to see. It's a big show. It's a big show all tonight. Show. Come on in, show.
Hey, Ronbo, this is Trent Bulkey. I don't know why you continue to talk negatively about me on your show. Big Show hired me as his agent, and he wanted me to put me on the show before he got on your show this evening to tell you to stop talking negatively about him. And he's the one who drafted you. He's the one who drafted you, Alden Smith. And
well, that's true. But Trent, I want you to know that condition you had with the throat seems to have gotten better. You must have had a procedure or something, huh? Lozenges?
Anyway,
hey, Alden Smith, but that cannot be a good example of what Trent did, because as you know, Alden Smith was flushed down the toilet, and he's out to sea by now. We really took a beating on that. Him and Ruben, both of them need to be taken. Boy, oh God, great players, big disasters.
I think with the release of Earl Mitchell tonight, before free agency, I think we kind of showed our hand a little bit in what we're going to be doing in the draft.
How so? What do you think?
Well, Earl Mitchell was our starter next to Defoe all 16 games in 2 seasons, and so that's a big hole right there that we need to fill away. And
what do you think about DJ Jones? I mean, is that a temporary thing, or are you bring somebody to compete?
I think we're going to be trading down and getting Quinnen Williams. That's what I think that is the most likely scenario that's going to happen, and I think we're going to trade down no further than 5. Because Quinnen Williams, I don't think we can. He's not worth picking. He would be more. It would look more. It would look better if we traded down and picked Quinnen Williams at either 4 or 5 instead of at 2, because we risked Solomon Thomas last year by trading down 1 spot and getting him, and that made us look really bad after his sorry performance. I'm sorry to say in the past couple of seasons, but
he stops the run.
I think Quinnen Williams is a little bit better, a little bit better than Solomon Thomas.
Only a little? Really?
I would. Actually, I take that back. He's way better than Solomon Thomas, but I think he's Aaron Darnold. I think I would compare him to Aaron Darnold. Just looking at his technique and everything, and how he bull rushes on the inside and gets after the quarterback. And the Rams are showing us what the formula is of getting after the quarterback with using Aaron Darnold on the inside. You know what I mean? So, and they also signed somebody like Dante Fowler to help him out on the edge. And I think that's what we're going to do in free agency by signing Trey Flowers from New England.
Sure. One question: do you remember? Did Fowler come up from a 4-3 system or a 3-4?
Solomon?
No. Fowler. Dante Fowler.
Oh, Dante Fowler. He was with the Jaguars, so they're 3-4.
The Jags are 3-4 as well. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And that's where Robert. I don't know why Robert Saleh came from a 3-4 and switched to a 4-3. I mean, do you think that is why
the Jags? Wait a minute. What? Who's a coach? Defensive coach? They're not running a 3-4 in Jacksonville. I don't think.
Their defense.
No, Jacksonville's running a 4-3.
Defensive coach. No, when Saleh was there.
No, but their whole coaching system. Who's that guy? He is from the Seattle Seahawks system. So I think they run the 4-3. I think Raiders get ready. Because I remember, I think they do run the 4-3.
Big Show making up stuff. 4-3.
It's a 4-3. They got one of the famous Hawks people running their defense. So Fowler.
Yeah.
Although Fowler misbehaved, I think that's why they got rid of him out of Jacksonville.
Yeah, and that's why they want to get rid of Ramsey too, I think, because he's acting like a total ass clown over there.
And Fournette. Jacksonville's getting it. Fournette was laughing and clowning in the background while they were losing, and they didn't appreciate that. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
anyway,
I
say that only because I think Fowler might fit our system even better than he fits the Rams. So, but go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we showed our hand a little bit of what we're going to be doing in the draft. I think that's probably the best bet that's going to happen to make up for the Solomon Thomas mistake that we did last year. I think Quinnen Williams is the third best lineman in this draft. It's obviously they're both us being talked about as number 1, and then there's Josh Allen, and then I think it's Quinnen Williams right after that, and Cleveland Farrell is in the top 4, and then as far as
do you know,
5 goes,
so
I think
Quinnen's actually ranked as the second best player that's not a quarterback. Over Josh Allen.
Well, there's no. You're talking about? Did you say quarterback or cornerback?
No, I said the second best player in the draft that's not a quarterback. Because the first 2 spots are being anticipated as being quarterbacks if the Cardinals cooperate. So you see, the 49ers may have Bosa. Huh?
There's no way in hell the Cardinals could take a quarterback at number 1. They just drafted one last year at number 10.
No. What I'm saying
you know what I mean? So.
No. I'm saying the Cardinals may be willing to trade that first pick. The Cardinals don't really need Bosa, from what I understand. They got that guy named Gold. I forget his first name. If he comes back to anything like he was before he got injured, they got Chandler Jones and Gold. If they want a guy up the pass rush, they can pick him up in the second round. The first round may be to trade down or get somebody else at another position. But I don't think it's Nick. So the 49ers could get Nick.
That's where I disagree with you on somebody trading up for a quarterback at number 1, because teams that need quarterbacks they don't need to trade up. They can stay where they are. There's no there's no reason for them to give up the farm to get a quarterback at number one. I mean, the first 5 guys are going to be Nick Bosa, Josh Allen, Quinnen Williams, and possibly either Greedy Williams or the linebacker out of Devin White.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So that's your first 5 picks right there. You know what I mean? So there's no reason for a team to trade up to get a quarterback at number one, and that's a huge risk you're taking when this is a weak quarterback class in the draft this year. I mean, there's no Kyler Murray's he's tiny, Ron, but they're listing him as a quarterback and a wide receiver too. I mean, so you saw him doing routes with Antonio Brown.
Yeah, no, I agree, but
online.
It seems people really like him. I don't see the appeal either, but we'll see. But anyway, so we got to stop here though.
There's going to be an edge rusher hungry team that's going to trade up to number one to get Bosa. That's a guarantee, right there. It's not a quarterback.
God, that'd be the first. Would that be the first time in history somebody traded up for a defensive lineman? See, that's a real risk.
Yeah,
it would have to be. That'd have to be the first time that ever happened. Anyway, we'll see. Anything's possible.
Look out for Green Bay to do that. So because they don't have a really good defense. So
okay.
And they love drafting their players more than signing free agents. So
yeah, that's true. So maybe I ain't gonna rule it out. All right, Joe. I'll look for you Friday.
All right.
Okay.
All right, you guys have a good night. All right.
You too. Razor, I just saw part of your clip. I will respond to it. I see them trying to actually recruit fans off the street. Is that what's going on here? He says, which city did the Rams originally from? And the guy doesn't know. I thought they were from L.A. Okay. Let's move on to our next person, please. And Jack says, how about trading with the Packers and getting the 16th pick and some picks? Yeah, the Packers at 16. Is the Packers at 16? They're not that. Are they that low down? Maybe. I don't know. I forgot the ranking after the first 5 teams because I know it's the Cardinals, us, the Jets, Raiders. Tim Mendoza says, that coach? Yes, Moncrief was a free agent. It was a 1-year contract. Yeah, okay. And also coach says, no, we don't need defensive tackles. We need edge rushers. That's true. But a lot of these edge rushers are going to be, I think the 49ers know who's going to fall to number 2. And when you're that high in the draft, you go ahead and you pick up Jillian Ferguson or one of those guys and see what happens. Especially if you get the guy that's going to cause the panic in the middle. JMJP says, if you're on today, then something good happened. I don't know if anything good has happened. I just decided, well, I could use this we use Earl Mitchell as an excuse to come on in and say, hey. And Coach says, why does everyone think we made a mistake with Solomon Thomas? We played him at defensive end all year long because we were weak there and strong inside. When he moved inside, bam, instant impact. That's what I put that in the write-up before I put this out there. It wasn't so much Solomon Thomas's fault that he had the look that had, because Solomon Thomas may be the best equipped. That's why they put him out there. They tried a lot of other people out there too, but it just didn't work well. So Solomon is why he was out there by default, but that's not his real strong suit, but he tried. So I guess Kasurik is going to tell the coaching staff, listen, stop putting him on the outside. You're suspending your wheels of that. It's not what he does. Look here. I'm going to run this for you. You see his hands? And see how quick he gets by that offensive lineman, especially a guard? You don't want to put him with the long arms of a tackle because that's going to take him too long to get around. He's not that kind of a stature. But you put him on the inside, he's got violent hands. He can get past the guard rather quickly. So you're wasting it by putting him on the outside. Keep him inside. And then salary guy's going to say, well, we knew that, but we didn't have anybody. He's the best athlete we had, so we had to put him out there. So it's like you get to an answer which is really stupid because it's really easy. Hey, Bethel!
Hey, Ronbo.
Bethel, what's up, man?
Yeah, just not just seeing a lot of stuff, hearing a lot of people and all that, but if anyways, everybody around here, we'd rather watch you Rumble than watch the Super Bowl because the two people that are playing in the Super Bowl, they're nothing but paper champions.
Oh,
they both don't deserve to be there. Everybody knows who deserves to be there. And, they're just, want to be paper champions. And, they both cannot be proud of, if they win the Super Bowl, they can't be proud of. And the Niners, they could, because we're proud of the way we won our Super Bowls. We won straight up, without referees messing with our shit.
Ain't that the truth? Everything we got, we earned.
Yeah. Yeah, we earned it, but we earned it. It's that's why it's and Rudy Pooty should know. Rudy Pooty should know. As a fan, if a referee calls everything, if a referee calls everything up the middle, if we lose, because of our player, doing something wrong, okay, that's fine. But when we lose to bullshit ass calls like, that happened this year and other years, then, we have something to, be mad at, because, if that would have been, if we would have been in the other, we were, hey, that was a foul, they should have, threw a flag, but, I don't know what happened, you can't do nothing about it, but, it's, it happens. But when you try to defend, a lot of calls that, people do, they're gonna have to do something about it. And I see them, talking a lot of stuff about it. So,
and Beth, here's the thing, if the Rams lose, and they will, against the Patriots, then it's, what the fun is going to be about that? See, your asses weren't supposed to be there in the first place. You wasted everybody's time. And now you're looking like you guys look like a bunch of clowns. They beat you guys to death. Sit your fake butt down. You know how much fun it's going to be able to say that, Bethel? Oh, I look so forward to it. The Rams were excused right after the national anthem as the game was pretty much already decided. Oh, that'll make my day.
and then plus, if Tom Brady wins, that doesn't matter because, that's a cheating team anyways. They like to, because they don't deserve to be there. I go, see, the Mahomes, they hit him in the face and they touched him in the face. And that was a face mask right there. And they didn't call a flag. They barely touched Tom Brady. Oh,
and they
flag.
Him. I know.
Yeah.
He hit Brady on top of the shoulder.
The passer. Yeah. So, that's a bullshit call too. So.
And they show that play over and over. They show that play right along with the Rams. Yeah. With what's his name, knocking that receiver completely into next week while the ball's in flight.
Yeah. And, and the thing is that the league, I seen that they're trying to hide this. I'm all like, but the thing is that, they're saying about, pass interference. I'm all like, the issue is not back interference. The issue is that it was head-to-head contact against, the Rams. Rams.
They had two calls they could have made. The helmet-to-helmet contact and PI. He did not turn around. He did not know where the ball was. Yep. There was all kinds of things wrong with that. All kinds of things.
Yeah.
Even Rams fans are tweeting, I'm glad the Rams are in the Super Bowl, but there was no doubt about that being pass interference.
And they're over here high. They're over here high about head-to-head contact that they don't want players getting injured, and they don't call a flag on that. So that's kind of bullshit on their part.
You're right. Bethel, you're right. It's helmet to helmet, pass interference, and he actually personal foul for hitting a defenseless receiver. That dude came out of no man. See, and they let it all ride. Let it all ride.
See, look, and the thing is that there was a call with us where our guy turned his head around, got hit the ball and they caught a flag on us, and we did everything perfect. That guy did nothing perfect. He panicked. So he decided. I'm all like, if say that guy would have got injured, something would have happened, then what the league is gonna say? Okay, there's a guy getting injured, and you're not calling a flag.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to be protecting that guy.
It wouldn't be the first time. I mean, look at Bowman in that NFC Championship game against the Hawks. Bowman got that fumble, and they said, no, give it back to the Hawks. Remember last year when Jeff Wilson was laying on the ground and Bobby Turner pulls the ball. I mean, Wilson's laying on the ground. Turner pulls the ball out of his hands, and they gave it to the Hawks. I said, you know what?
Yeah.
That is not a fumble. You saw it. I mean, it's just.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then I remember the Eagles game where that was clearly a fumble, and they didn't give it to the Eagles. They gave it to the other team. I'm all like, what kind of bullshit is that? How is that now a fumble and ours is a fumble?
Yeah, it's
that doesn't make sense.
That's why I want robots officiating football games in the future. I'm sick of it. Everybody is.
I think they should do something where
there's nothing.
If they're gonna do something, have a special booth for people to be looking at everything and say, okay, that was a flag booth review. Flag or a personal hit.
But what you're basically saying is you need to allow everything should be up for review, but that'll take the game too long and they'll take the human element completely out of it. They're not going to do it. But some of these calls for PI should be called. But Bethel, we got to stop. We're going to get too long here. Bethel, let's continue this Friday and pick up where we left off.
I'm just going to say the last thing.
All right, go ahead.
I'm all like, if you see the announcer guy that says, "Oh, that was a foul," look how fast he says it. So if they could see that if he could see that, the booth review could just tell him, hey, that was that. All right, go do your duty. So it'll be really fast.
Oh, the booth guys always see it and talk about it. And then you bring Dean Blandino and everybody else in. I agree. Clearly that was pass interference. But it doesn't matter. We're still going to play the game, and the refs are going to make the field out of New York. He's going to make the decision. It's sick. Anyway, Bethel, I'll see you Friday.
Ronbo, like always. We love you, so keep up the good work like always.
Thanks,
and hit the like, because Ronbo
right.
Sports is the only place you could be.
Bethel, you got me blessed.
All right, good night,
Thanks,
Ronbo.
Bethel. We'll see you Friday, okay? Have a good night. Yeah. Oh, hey, Sal, that's a good point, man. That's so funny. And every time I think about it, Trent Brown is about to get a Super Bowl ring. Why? Because he left us. And that's why I was talking about Eli Harold the other day. Eli Harold's been on like he just got saved, like he's just been reborn. Oh, I'm so glad of my situation right now. 49ers did me a favor by trading me to the Lions. I've got a whole new perspective on the game now. Harold came up with 4 sacks. Did Eli Harold have 4 total sacks in the whole time he was with us? I know, right? I don't know what it is. People get playing Levi Stadium, something goes wrong with them, And 21 Dorado. No, that's a 1. 21 NC Dorado. Okay. So Christian McCaffrey instead of Solomon Thomas. And I said that during the time. People laughed at me. But man, you can't draft a running back with a number 2 or 3 pick. Why not? I know Kyle wants him. That guy fits perfect with Kyle Shanahan's system. I was right. I was so right. Because he went and picked up Jerick McKinnon, and that's the kind of guy he wanted. I bet you him and John Lynch had an argument about it, too. Jerick McKinnon is nothing more than a darker complexion Christian McCaffrey or vice versa. They have the same game. They can run between the tackles. They can get your yardage. They can run route like a receiver. There you go. I love being a boy. I knew it. Jim Thorogood says, if the Rams win, we should just call the league office and ask, hey, Roger, who's scripted to win in 2020 because the season It's a work, man. And Roger, who is this, please? You gonna answer my question or what? Okay, I think you've got a wrong number. I'm sorry. You gotta play that off, you know. Hey, oh no way. Where's my guitar? Boom, 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 boom. Joey Mahoney, yeah, dum de doo wah. Ooh, yeah. Joey Mahoney. Joey! Hey, Joey, what brings you in tonight, man?
Ronbo, my man. Banana plan.
Joey, I'm telling you, man. I was right. Did you one of the people that jumped on the side of those that thought I was crazy for saying we need Christian McCaffrey with that number 2 pick? Joey, who'd you want that year, though? Joey, no, Joey had some of the same feelings I did. Were you a huge Solomon Thomas guy? I don't think so.
No, I was definitely not. I wanted Adams. I wanted Jamal Adams.
Oh yeah, Jamal Adams. But see, Jamal Adams is a safe pick.
Yeah, but there was a few people I liked. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't have like a favorite. I did like Adams. I did like McCaffrey. The receiver that you liked, I liked him too. But
Corey,
I wasn't sure.
Corey,
yeah, I liked him. I watched a lot of Corey Davis that year. He was really good.
He's coming along,
but
too.
But
he's got the wrong quarterback.
He is. Yeah. Mariota, I'm sorry, but that draft class for quarterbacks, Mariota and
I know both
and
of them.
And Winston, I don't think they're gonna be
around a whole lot longer.
I don't know if they're gonna make it.
I feel bad for Mariota because I think he keeps getting hurt. Those are setbacks. If he could get in 1 or 2 back-to-back seasons, he might be even better. So, but I feel bad for him because every time he has it, his hand went out this year. Last year, I think, did he break a leg or an ankle or something?
I don't know. All I know is he's always hurt. He's always out with some kind of injury.
Yeah. So.
And it sucks because when we were doing so good with Kaepernick, you know, I'm a huge college football fan, and I watched a lot of Oregon that year. And I was like, man, I wish we had Mariota. I was like, man, I was asked the question, and someone asked me, would you rather have Mariota or Kaepernick? And I said, man, to be honest with you, I think I might take Mariota. I mean, at the time, he was just like a beast.
I remember
when he was in college.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I was thinking like the same thing. I was like, man, if only we had Mariota instead of Cap. Like, that guy could throw, he could run. You know, back in college,
accuracy,
no one could.
Yeah, his
accuracy was on point.
A little better than Cap, actually.
Yeah, but then of course it's in college. But I mean, he was on point with everything. I mean, he was running around doing option, like the Niners used to do with give it to the running back, pull it back, or throw it.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, I wonder if they stole that from the Niners.
And what was his 40 speed? I mean, Mariota could jam.
Oh,
I don't
remember his 40 speed, but I remember there was a bunch of long touchdown runs that he had in Oregon. I mean, he'd get like three rushing touchdowns a game, Ronbo. I mean, he was running everything.
Well, you know what? See, one thing about guys who run, it's sooner or later. Russell Wilson is the only guy in football that gets away with running as much as he does and not laid up. And Lamar Jackson is next, if they can ever catch him. But he's so quick and elusive that, man. So I don't know.
Yeah. Those running quarterbacks, so I mean, it's like you said, that they're going to take that one extra step at some point, and then it's going to be over.
And you know who else likes to do that? Trubisky likes to do that too, and he doesn't know how to slide.
Yeah.
They're going to knock him completely out sooner or later.
Why don't you go ask RG3 while that's working out for him? Not knowing how to slide.
Man, you stand a better chance to survive. And ask Jimmy G about running. Damn it. Jimmy, run out of bounds. All right, Kyle made that pretty clear to him. You won't see G doing that again. So
I don't know what he
Oh man, that's just so disappointing. He didn't go out of bounds. I don't. Damn, I don't even want to talk about
Because the
it.
thing is, what would have been, Joey? What if he would have ran out of bounds and lived to play another day? What would have happened? We may not have won that game, but he was coming along. He looked pretty good in that
That's the
second
one
half.
thing that. That's the one thing I always tell Bash about, man. I was like, damn. People talk about Garoppolo not doing too good this year, but in the beginning, I was like, but if you go back and watch that KC game, what pissed me off more than the injury itself was the way that he started throwing that football in that third week against the Chiefs. He was leading his troops down the field, and every single pass was like boom, 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 like
starting
perfect.
to look like Jimmy G in week
yes,
3. Yeah. And you tell when
and
G's back.
He was getting it.
And Joey, remember that pass he made? The one where the guy was about to slam him? Classic Jimmy G. He lets the ball go, turns around sideways, and the defender hits him. So G gets rid of that ball so fast, he's got enough time to put his hands over his body and turn around so when the guy doesn't make impact, it's not full. Do you know how fast you got to be able to get rid of the ball to do all that? G's got time to get rid of the ball, look at this maniac coming at him, and react. Jesus.
Man, I know Big Show wants his wide receiver, but man, if he could just get like one more guy that doesn't even have to be an Antonio Brown like some people want. I don't know. I'd like him, but I don't know what the price tag on him is. But damn, if we could just get one receiver that's either a second round pick.
They're going to be looking for one, but you know what?
Or trade.
Also, what everybody, we all have to remember is no matter what we think of the receivers they got, they've been with Kyle for going into third year. That's almost invaluable experience with Kyle Shanahan. These guys can just hit the floor now running. I'm talking about Kendrick. Dante's got a little bit before he catches up. I'm talking about more.
I like Dante.
I'm a good one. These guys, they're going to be so efficient this year that the next guy that comes in is going to be part of the party.
But I don't want Goodwin as a number 1 or a 2 anymore. I don't want him as a 1 or 2.
Well, they're going to use him as.
I still like him.
They're going to change his role anyway, from what I understand. They don't want him getting hurt.
I think that's the other thing. If you're going to keep Goodwin, I don't want him. I do not want him as a 1 or a 2. I think he's very good. Obviously, you saw what he did against Green Bay. That was Tyreek Hill-esque. I keep saying that. I think he could be. I shouldn't say Tyreek Hill, but damn, he looks just like him. When that one game, that was. He's fast. He gets open.
He's going to be using a different role because the 49ers now they want to put Dante Pettis as the workhorse, and they've got a different role lined up for him from what I read. So he'll be doing a different role next year, and then they're going to get another receiver, just like you're saying as well.
I think slot would be a good fit for Goodwin, or as
you don't want him in any place where there's going to be high contact or high impact. So
you don't have to be a slot. You don't have to run those high impact plays with him, though. I'm just talking. You can run him as a slot or a fourth receiver, or someone who comes and gives Dante Pettis a break, like a number 4.
No, it's a strategy you pull. When you got a guy that's that fast, you put him in on certain kind of plays. See, because we're going to run the ball a lot, which Kyle likes to do. But let's say you put him in a play on third down. It's a second down bootleg. Now. You scatter that defense like that. You got a guy like Marquise Goodwin running around out there. Now the defense is in full red alert. So there's going to be I could incorporate ways you could use. You don't have to put them out on every down, but there's downs you can put them in and completely screw up a defense. Now George Kittle becomes more effective. Pettis becomes more effective, and anybody else is out there because the defense has to keep an eye on 1-1. If they don't, Jimmy G will, because Marquise was his favorite target anyway. G will kill you. That's the bottom line.
Goodwin did really good when Garoppolo wasn't there at the end of the year last year. Not this year, but last year, the year one.
When Jimmy first came in. Oh, that was his go-to guy.
When he first came in. Yeah, that was his go-to guy. So, but Jim, unfortunately, our quarterback got hurt, so we didn't really get to see that connection. So, I'm still hopeful that he's going to be good. I just worry about all those darn freaking concussions that he gets. That's
scary.
That's worrisome. You saw what happened to Chris Borland. He had 5 or 6 concussions, and the Niners team doctor said He didn't quit. He didn't even quit. The team doctor said, "Look, you're gonna die if you keep going this way." I read an article that said that they told him, "Look, you either retire or you could die," and that's why he retired.
I tell you, Marquise had to see a doctor that told him about that. You can't only take so many. Joey, we got to go though.
You can only.
And wait! I got to address this. Gohart says, "No, y'all. Kansas City was up at least 3 T's, and the defense went into safe mode." Gohart, Kansas City has no real defense. You know. The problem is that's why they fired their DC. The Chiefs didn't want the 49ers rolling back up on them like that. They can't do any better than that. That's why I was so mad with the 49ers, because I know Kansas City has no defense. Well, hell, everybody knows they don't have a defense. But the 49ers said, "You guys want to score? Let's get you. We're in your stadium. Let's honor you. First possession, go ahead. All right. So you want another one? Go ahead. You want a third one? Go ahead." We can't play even a little bit of defense? I mean, we can't slow them down none. And then all of a sudden, for some reason, the 49ers in the second half played defense. The Chiefs stopped scoring. I still have no idea what happened there. But then that allowed the 49ers to come back in that game. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, Ronbo. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish what you were going to say, and then I'll.
No, I'm just saying that's what happened in that game. The Chiefs somehow, the 49ers clamped down. See, Joey, that's what confuses me about the 49ers defense. How is it that sometimes they could play and most of the time they couldn't? I don't get it. Anyway.
They're, what's that one word? Oh, God, inconsistent. That's a good word. Inconsistent play, Ronbo.
Look at the dictionary under the term inconsistent. You'll see a picture of the 49er roster.
Oh, Lord.
Man, we gotta go, Joey. It's good time's up, man. I gotta get out of here. But listen.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say one more thing, man. You know that defense is gonna change it once we get a pass rusher, man. I mean, you know damn well. I mean, we have no pass rush, so
I know
that defense will look so much better when we get a pass rush. You know, and
I've been praying for that for 2 years.
We'll
see next year.
For that longer.
And one thing we will not get is the Kansas City defensive coordinator to come over and help us. Fired his ass.
Hey,
that's hilarious.
Hey, you think Trez is mad now? Wait till we hire him.
Trez! We got new people. Trez does not believe it. I can't wait. If we play good defense next year, I'm going to be working Trez from game 1 to 60. Trez! How you like my boy now? All right, Joey.
No, I meant if we fired Saleh and then we hired
the DC coordinator, man. And then we look like DC. The 49ers won today, 49-47. It was a close game. It lasted for 4 quarters. So, thanks. That's what we need to get into these shootouts. God. All right, Joey. Right. See you Friday, huh?
All right, buddy. I'll see you Friday, man. You have a good night. Thank you for having me on, bud.
It's always a pleasure, Joey. Appreciate you getting in here. It shouldn't take so long. We look forward to you.
All right, bud. You too. Have a good night.
You too. Hey, that new kitty, how's that doing? Joey got a new kitty he was talking about last time. Tesco, because we've cut it off because you're getting ready to leave. So it wasn't anything personal. We're just getting ready to cut out, so we canceled the number. So we will be back Friday and talk about the Super Bowl. And I know Jay says, man, y'all got a lot of nerve talking about rooting for the Patriots. I do feel a little bit shamed. But I can't stand the Rams. You know, it's so funny because levels of hate, right? What if the Rams and Raiders were playing? We'd just have to excuse ourselves from the Super Bowl this year. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Ooh, wouldn't that be something, though? Because if the Rams and Raiders were playing in the Super Bowl, do you know we'd end up having to take the Raiders? Both fan bases are, I just, man, I don't know. It's not happening, so don't even need to think about it. Fam, don't forget to hit the, wait, don't forget to hit the like before you go. Okay, I like likes. Thanks, fam. I'll see you Friday. Have a great night.